Oh, there's no ad. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Hyperdrive, and it is the 22nd round of Division One here tonight. Goodness gracious me! Remember this: we have a week off from most of from the championship races next week. So there is there's no division races next week, as the Canadian Grand Prix will be on then, which I'm looking forward because I don't think we've had a Canadian Grand Prix since 2019, and that very infamous 5-second penalty which robbed Vettel of a potential Grand Prix win back in 2019 at Canada. So yeah, goodness me, a lot has happened since between then and now, hasn't it? But yeah, it's good to be back in Canada. So looking forward to that for next week. However, it's also good to be back. In hyperdrive for Brazil. Then it's our final race in Brazil for this week. Then fantastic stuff indeed. It has been up and down the field, and we end off the week events with the main event, which is Division One, and there is still a lot to be. There's still a lot to decide, isn't there, from the Division One point of view. 15 turns and around this course. Said lap record is held by Danger Times back last season when he did a 107.534. Fast forward a season, and he is the world champion of hyperdrive. So goodness me, he's really elevated his stock up tenfold, hasn't he? So really good stuff indeed there for Danger Times. 15 turns around this course, around 2.6 miles long. Then, of course, we have with a couple of championships still up for grabs. Then going into the final week, then let's review them, shall we? Because Ashtube is the world champion now, but the battle for the final two promotion spots, which may, of course, we are contending down the leagues next year, so there may be a bit more, relegation and promotion spots. Then, but as it stands, still, B Rabbit and Junior are fighting for that runner-up spot in Division 7. Also, the Constructors' Championship for Division 7 between Haas and Red Bull. Only 19 points separates those two teams then. I think Division 6 and 3 is going to be the one which we are very much looking forward to in the final week of Hyperdrive in Abu Dhabi in 2 weeks' time. Then Bob leads the way then from J Dog and Dynamo Dan. Any one of those three can become the world champion of Division 6. It is very much going to be an incredible showdown. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fantastic. Of course, I'll be very much looking forward to that. And unfortunately, I probably won't see what occurs until after the event. Then we've got McLaren, of course, the construction in Division 6, and Ferrari have confirmed themselves as runner-up, so go Ferrari, lovely. Division 5 and Florin, who was confirmed champion earlier on then this week. He did not take part, though, did he, in the Brazilian Grand Prix, as by the sounds of it, he was out and having a good old time. Florin was there, but he is confirmed champion, and Gordo is confirmed second position as well. But the battle for the final promotion spot between Starburst and Reflection is going right down the wire. Alfa Romeo 1 point away from being crowned the Constructors' Champions for Division 5. In Division 4, then, Nigel and Adam have been confirmed. Well, Nigel's confirmed champion. I think he was the first champion confirmed, wasn't he? He was indeed that. But Nigel's confirmed the champion. Adam has been confirmed as a runner-up then. Then we got Wilson and Shatters having a humongous battle then for the final promotion spot. Division 4 top 3 is locked in. So Ferrari won the Constructors, and with Aston Martin and Alfa Romeo second and third. Now, this is the one that I'm interested in, as well as Division 6, I should say, is the battle for the Division 3 title. KD, Cowie, and Gamer. Those three are basically locked in now to be promoted onto Saturday night. But my goodness gracious me, it is going to be an all-out battle, isn't it, there for that Division 3 title? I cannot wait to see who is going to come out of that one on top. Constructors Championship, Alpha Tauri already Constructors Champions. Haas are already locked in as second. Alfa Romeo and Ferrari and Alpine all having a great old scrap for that for basically the third position now. Oh gosh, 1 minute. Excuse me, I've got someone knocking at my door. Excuse me, I had someone knocking at my door. Right, we've got 5 seconds to go then for the start of the Grand Prix here in Brazil. Jordi Boxtel already the champion then for Division 2. 86 points in front of V. Robbie with Menace Max in third at the moment. We got Alpine is the Constructors Champions for Division 2. Then in Division 1, we have got Danger Times, of course, he is the champ. He's 83.5 points in front of Blaze. We got a good old scrap between Blaze and Epic for the runner-up spot. Then Troy, who with 2 Grand Prix wins in the last couple of races or so, absolutely flying, isn't he? He is now up in the 4th of the title standings. He has an outside opportunity to break into that top 3, which would be absolutely stupendous stuff for him. But we see how that one goes. In the relegation spot at the moment for Division 1 is Mr. Rage, BT, and Clarky. Clarky on -3 at the moment. He's only got 2 more rounds to get that. Get on to positive vibes then, and Mr. Rage needs to make sure he stays within 3 points of Cartboy tonight. Otherwise, that we know our 3 drivers are going to be relegated to Division 2. Constructors Champions is like this, and we have got McLaren who have won the Constructors for the 2nd year in a row. Williams are 166 points behind, but they are confirmed 2nd. Aston Martin are 3rd, then on 94.5 points as well. Good stuff indeed. The Joint Constructors then will not be won this week. It may be won though in the first couple of races in Abu Dhabi. Then KD, the Octopus, said as the Octopus has come out already. Lovely stuff indeed. Then it's raining. Then Menace Max also got the Octopus as well. Lovely stuff indeed then. Of course, that's very handy. Good stuff. Ferrari then 80.5 points in front of McLaren, who've got themselves back up to 7th at the moment. But they've got an almighty scrap between McLaren and AlphaTauri for the run-up spot with Alfa Romeo only 11 points back as well. Goodness gracious me. Alpine are in 5th then. 6th is the Haas team. Red Bull is 7th. Aston Martin are 8th then. Williams are in 9th position. And 10th and dropping down into last is the Mercedes now 7.5 points then. Mini ramps out. Rain. It is rain then, isn't it? We've got Mercedes out on track right from the get-go. It is Scotty in the Mercedes machine then as he comes down into turn 4 as well. Of course, we were expecting a lot more rain this week, but we haven't had that much at all, have we? Because of course then it's been quite dry in Brazil, considering the fact that we have a lot of rain affected races over the past couple of seasons or so, haven't we? But not this season. It's been quite beautiful out there, hasn't it? Really good stuff indeed then. We are, of course, in Abu Dhabi. I'm not expecting any rain at all next week, but not next week, the week after. However, we did that rain-affected race back in Silver of Season 2, where German clinched the title after an almighty scrap between himself and Murphy. That's the only time I've ever seen a rain-affected race in Abu Dhabi. There was a rain-affected race in the real world of Formula 1, wasn't it? Was it 2018 or 19 there, where it was actually sprinkling rain, which was very unusual to say as well. And just on board with Scotty then as he's coming through and starting his lap as well. DRS is now disabled because we've got change in the climatic conditions there. Going into the center S said Scotty has said, of course, as he is in the Mercedes. This is his 12th start. Now and he's off the circuit already. He has spun the car at turn 3. Turn 3 is quite an infamous turn back in 2003, remember, where we had a bit of a car park on the outside when we had the likes of Jenson Button, Michael Schumacher, we had a Jaguar in there as well, wasn't it? Mark Webber or Pitsonia. We had a lot of cars in the wall there at turn 3 then when we had a mini stream, didn't we, running across the circuit. But Scotty then has, unfortunately, his lap has already been trashed before he's even got going. Here comes Chalkser then, who is in the Ferrari reserve tonight. He is on a lap then. I'm looking at it. I think I should be looking at it. Turn 3 is looking very precarious at the moment. Mr. Rage, as we mentioned, he needs to make sure that Carter Boyd doesn't outscore him by 3 points tonight, and then that otherwise he is, then he will be confirmed relegated from Division 1 for next season. Of course, we will take into account averages and stuff then, because Mr. Rage has only started 6 races this season. This is his 7th race now in the Ferrari then. We're not sure how long the rain is going to be sticking around here then, but of course the rain does come and go quite quickly here in Interlagos, doesn't it? As it usually comes over yonder, doesn't it? There just before the center S of turn 1, then going down into Magulio, the dive before coming back up into Yun Cao. 58.6 in the second intermediate split time. Yellow flags is out then for one of the McLarens. It's Tiger who has spun off, and again it turned free, and that Pirelli sign has been absolutely boulder dashed there, hasn't it? Unfortunately, but Tiger on major troubles then. Scotty going to cross the line then to set a provisional pole position time, or fastest I would say then, but Scotty, Mr. Rage is 20 seconds quicker, of course, but he didn't have that adventure into turn number 1. Chalkser has gone faster, 8 seconds in front of his teammate then. Chalkser a reserve tonight. Good stuff indeed. The Mercedes has just come across the line. Epic has gone fastest in the Williams car. He's got a scrap between himself and Blaze, and Blaze not here tonight then, and Blaze may have opened himself up then to that runner-up spot going to Epic. We'll soon find out then. Epic, of course, who was runner-up in the technically the Division 2 title of last season. He was third in the Division 2 title last season, wasn't he? Technically, so Epic then, I hope he's enjoyed himself this season. He's had a very unlucky run of safety cars, hasn't he there, which hasn't really helped his season too much then, but it's a bit yin and yang there, isn't it? But however, I felt for Epic last week then, along with the two McLarens as well. That Mercedes, that safety car, I think it was Julian as well, actually. The safety car completely ruined their chances, didn't it? Milan going second fast, then Sully has excelled himself up into third, then in the Alfa Romeo. Mini Ramsau then in the Red Bull. Good to see Mini Ramsau in action tonight then, in the Red Bull. Then we got Scotty's second time run, much better than the first, because I don't think he spun it turn 3 this time, and now he is provisionally the fastest driver then in this qualifying one session. And Nosey just going past one of the Red Bulls that he was off the circuit, but Nosey has invalidated this time. Mr. BT has it. Mr. BT starting his first, I think this is his first official race, isn't it, as a Mercedes driver? I think it actually is, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. Mr. BT was confirmed Mercedes driver, but after the Japanese Grand Prix, but this is his first official time he's racing for the Mercedes team this year. We've only 2 races left there, but hopefully Mr. BT can keep Mercedes on the straight now, and hopefully get him out of the last position in the joint construction, because they do not want to be at that stage there, do they? Julian then, who is coming across the line as well. Julian has gone 11th fastest. That's the slowest time runners so far. Troy out of Young Cow, and let's see what he can do there as he comes across the finish line now. Sully is out of the race then, out of qualifying I should say, and it is just after turn 3. Turn 3 has become a bit of a problem so far. Troy is an absolutely fine Vettel, but in fine Vettel and gone faster. In the last 2 races, he's won 2 of the last 3 races in Division 1. Has Troy. He has been fantastic and potentially has a chance to sneak into the top 3, and that wheel then on the circuit then is from Sully. He is out of qualifying, Sully is there, and that is a big blow indeed then for the Alfa Romeo driver then. And we got Epic, who's gone at 2/10 a second in front of Troy. And now that's his third time run. Then we've got Knowlesy, who's having another bite of cherry after he took a shortcut in his opening lap. Then Sully going across. Sully, who was, I think, just trying to set another time on the board as well. That wasn't Sully, was it? I think that was actually Sloth. It was indeed then. Julian making another time run as well. Then the GOAT, Troy, then, and also rest in peace, Pirelli side. Then Katie is saying, unfortunately, because we had a bit of a skittling moment, didn't we? And talking of which, I do fancy a couple of skittles as well. Taste the rainbow. Across the line there, Julian goes 8th fastest behind Mini Ramsau by 3/10 of a second. Well, there, Mini Ramsau, one of 3 reserves tonight, along with Tiger, who of course had a issue in his opening lap there. We have just seen Knowlesy go up to 9th position just in front of Mr. Rage. Then Sam Gamer there, making his second appearance. And he did race last time out, didn't he, in Mexico. Very impressive debut there for Sam, and hopefully he can get a full-time seat for next season. Did anyone catch what happened to me just now? No, we didn't, Sam. Unfortunately, we was I think we was watching who was he watching? I can't remember. I think he was watching Tiger on an issue at turn 3. So we're not sure what happened to a minute ago, Sam there, but he is down in 13th position one there. So something must have happened there for Sam, and he's struggling on it. But of course, this is his second appearance in a Hyperdrive Division 1. He made a very good account for himself in Mexico, but yeah, the safety car did not help him whatsoever. Along with Danger Times and along with Blaze. Goodness gracious me, then his Crazy Bill parts the sea almost there between that Red Bull and Aston Martin car. Goodness gracious me. Crazy Bill, God, that was getting very sketchy indeed. Light rain is still falling at the moment, so we're not sure how long this rain is going to be. I think Julian has now just gone up into a beautiful 6th position there. Fantastic 17th there, and less than a tenth of a second behind Milan at the moment, who currently holds 5th. Milan does that. Knowlesy has just got himself up into 11th position, and this qualifying session, with rain-affected qualifying sessions, you usually fill up the car. Oh, Bill getting a bit squirrely on the old rear there, but usually rain-affected sessions, you fill up the car slightly more than you fill up the car more than what you do in drive qualifying, and just keep going around it. It's all about confidence, isn't it? That's the traditional way of doing things. That's all right. That's the traditional way of doing things then. And yes, Danger Times then currently on board with his diffuser. Hello. What do you want? No, goodbye. No, go. I got it. Hello everyone, sorry about that. I unfortunately had an unexpected visitor. As yes, I've finally got my trainers, and I've finally got my knee brace as well, which means that which means that I might be able to walk without a bit of a hunchback then. So yeah, apologies about that. My sisters and a friend decided to come and deliver all my stuff at a time where I told them that I wasn't going to be available. A 10th of a second up, Danger Times is in the second intermediate split time here, and unfortunately they've put, I've got a new table now for my TV, however they've put it right slap bang in front of the TV, which means I now cannot see the bottom of the tower, which is shameful behaviour, but there we go. I will, shocking. Anyway, Danger Times goes across the line 8 faster than the champion, of course. Danger Times is the 5th champion then of Hyperdrive / ALR. Fantastic. I'm just going to say Hyperdrive from now on, because of course we are one of the same now. Congratulations to Danger Time. He is the 5th champion then. Really good stuff indeed, and I absolutely love it. Really good stuff indeed. And of course, unfortunately, German, who was our defending champion, has been out injured, hasn't he? I think since round 13, 14 now. Mini Ramsell's loving life in that Red Bull machine, isn't he? Fantastic car control from Mini Ramsell, looking very good indeed. Then I think he started off life this season in Division 4, hasn't he? But goodness me, if there's and there's a wheel in front of the on the circuit there, but goodness me, he's absolutely flying out there. And then we've got Chalkser then, who is just started a lap. Then we've got Tygo, who is also starting a lap. Sorry, he's found 16 seconds somewhere. I'm not sure if that's going to register as an official lap then. We've got Clarkey, who's out of qualifying. He arrived late anyway. And Tygo in 10th position. And we haven't got much long left in this session. And we've got about 5 minutes to go before... we got 5 minutes to go then before the checker flag is fluttering in the breeze. We've got 5 minutes to go before the checker flag is fluttering in the breeze. Black Box has now emerged out of the garage as well. Let's see what Black Box is doing. We're just watching him going through the pesky turn 3 in the Haas car as well. Black Box has really turned around the Haas team this season. Danger Times has just gone 5th fastest in the Mercedes. Of course, Haas have been really struggling this season, haven't they? Haas have been yellow flag, but do not worry about the yellow flags in this qualifying session. session now, as someone's just jumped up a position as well. I think that was Sloth, wasn't it? Now up into 10th position, and Chalkster has gone up into 5th position in the Ferrari. He has good stuff indeed. Then I'm just taking a look at the rover out the side. Then it's not it's still quite light rain out there, isn't it? So it's not getting heavier and it's not getting lighter either at the moment. So it's just a light deluge then on the circuit. Can you have a light deluge? I don't know, but you certainly light deluge at the moment. Then Clarkey, the first driver out of qualifying, unfortunately Sully hit the wall quite heavily as well. So that's major problems indeed. I wonder what happened to Sam Gamer, to be honest, because he asked what happened if we saw what happened there. So it'll be interesting to know what happened to Sam Gamer. He is currently 8th fastest at the moment. Make that 9th now, because Black Box got himself up into a mighty fine 4th position now. Looking good indeed there. Mr. Rage and Knowlesy are the two drivers then that are very much then in the drop zone at the moment. And then who is just started his lap. Sorry, going to stick with Mr. Rage at the moment. He's 3/10 of a second down in the Ferrari. And a squirrel there. At the top of the hill then, of course, I know that corner all too well then, as I almost took out the championship protagonist in Division 6 earlier on this week, which was at a very good era. Milan Sean! Hello, Milan then. Mr. BT has retired from the session, but I think he is safe and sound in the garage and hopefully in the dry as well. As the ring stopped there. Oh, it's still good. It's very, very light now, isn't it? Just watching Knowles at the moment, but I think we need to be watching Mr. Rage, who's also 6/10 of a second down as well at the moment there, Mr. Rages. I think he's going to go for all or nothing now as he chalks his teammate coming into the pits. I wonder if Chalkster could have given him a slipstream there. He's not his usual teammate, though, is he, though? So I think that may change the dynamic slightly. And then there's a yellow flag, and I think it might have been for Knowlesley, actually. 5 seconds down then, so we will leave Knowlesley to it for the minute as he starts to prepare himself prepares himself for one more shot then, as Knowlesy then just get out of the way. That's where Grosjean crashed in 2016, wasn't it? Where he had an epic Brazilian Grand Prix when it was absolutely pouring down with rain. Was there? The Grosjean crashed on the installation lap, and then she's not a very good lap at all there. He's down in 18th position on that. Cartboy in 20th, and Clarkey and that's our back road one. It's Clarkey and Cartboy. Oh goodness gracious me! Then Knowlesy is in the pits, so there's that Knowlesy out of qualifying. He's got 2 minutes. It's not a long lap around here. It's not a long lap around here. Epic's retired from the session as well. Mr. Rage, 2/10 of a second down. He cannot squeeze any more performance out of the front. Love the hang whip, by the way. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that. That's sensational. Love it. But unfortunately for Mr. Rage, he's not concerned about his helmet more now. He's more concerned about keeping that Ferrari in the straight and narrow, because he is really wrestling that car. It's like wrestling an octopus. We know about the octopus, don't we? We know about the octopus when it keeps coming into the in the chat as well. Of course, KD and Menace Max, and someone else also puts the octopus in as well. I apologise, because my memory is pretty bad then for a 33-year-old. We have got Mr. Rage is still not quick at the moment. He's losing time out there. Sam is a second off, and as Julian has now gone 77 seconds quicker and made his way up into 10th position. Good stuff indeed there. Milan was on soft tyres. So Black Box has gone fastest then in the Haas car, and that is good stuff indeed. I don't think Haas has been faster so far over the over the course of Division 1. Goodness me, I gotta say, I don't think Haas wear white overalls, or do they wear white? They do wear white overalls, goodness me, and that's Alfa Romeo. Goodness, they're going to have to change those white overalls, as is Ann Danger as well, actually. Goodness gracious me. Mr. Rage has found some time in the first sector time, but it's not enough then, because he's had to, he's gone into neutral there, so Mr. Rage then just trying to get out of the way then, and he's not happy at all. Ann Danger's going to have to go for broke here. We're on board the Alfa Romeo car now, and he's in turn 7. What else happened out there as well? Nosy has emerged out of the garage then, and who is that there? Scotty's in the wall. He doesn't know. He does now, and he's out of qualifying. He's gone off into turn 2 at the exit of Senna SR. Oh no, and Scotty, who is going to be he's going to be incandescent with that, isn't he, Scotty? That is a major blow for himself in the Mercedes car. Oh dear, Scotty has left the session, and I think absolutely furious of that. And Danger's 4/10 of a second down as well in the Alfa Romeo. Oh dear then, and we got a bit of sunshine bursting through the clouds though, because it stopped raining. Oh my goodness me. It stopped raining then, so I think it's too late in the session there for some drivers then, but I think that there's going to be drivers then that is going to be knocked out at this stage because the track is going to get drier and drier. The drainage system around here is really good, isn't it? Of course, it has to be good at this part of the world. Oh my golly gosh then. Who has made the flag then? Crazy Bill has made the flag. What about, there's two cars coming up. I think that's an Aston Martin, isn't it? It's not Knowlesy. No, they're not Aston Martin. I can't even read that. Who is that? Goodness me. Mini Ramsau has also made the flag as well. Sam has not made the flag. Danger Times has gone fastest. Oh my golly gosh then. And here comes Sloth. He's only found at 500 a second there, so I thought it'd be a lot quicker with the rain of stopping them, but he's gone 9 fastest here. I think there's going to be a major scalp in this qualifying session. Who's that off? That's Crazy Bill. And look, Mr. Rage is spun at the top of the hill as well. Oh goodness me. And unfortunately, Crazy Bill has gone off again. Chalks has retired from the session, and they're trying to push to the limit and beyond then, and they're just finding time out there. Knowlesy may be as well, and Mr. H has parked the car. Carboy is out in qualifying as well. Goodness gracious me. Now coming up to the final part, Knowlesy has not made it through. He could not improve there. And they just found half a second, and he might be able to improve. He does, Crazy Bill. That mistake has cost him a almighty amount of time here. Carboy hasn't put a time on the board just yet, and he may be a very clever driver indeed then, as he left it right to the very end then. So Mr. H out of qualifying, Knowlesy is out of qualifying as well, Crazy Bill is out of qualifying. Who else is going to be out of qualifying? Carboy is also out in 19th position now. And my goodness, Crazy Bill's going to be kicking himself. We have lost 7 drivers in this qualifying session because we've also gone, 2 have also gone into the hedge as well, unfortunately. So we have lost 7 drivers. I'm going to have 13 drivers then for qualifying 2. Good gosh, sir. Incredible, isn't it? Very incredible indeed then. And shockingly, my sisters have left the light on in the kitchen there, so I'm absolutely enraged by that. My goodness me. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, that was an action packed into qualifying, wasn't it? So it looks like we've got a dry qualifying 2 session coming up then. Let's take a quick look to see who is what then. Danger Times is fastest from Black Box by 72 hundredths a second, and you can't get any closer to that, can you? Well, you can. You can have exactly the same time then. Out qualifying, Clarkey, no time then. Cartboy had 1 lap then and done then, and he's 19th then. 18th, Mr. Ray said he made a mistake there and it's cost him. Knowlesy in 70th position there. Crazy Bill made a mistake as well, otherwise he would have gone through. And of course, then we had Sully and Scotty that have gone into the wall in the exit of turn 3 and the entry into the exit of turn 2 and the entry into turn 3. And unfortunately, then, so that's them out of the race. Let me catch up with the comments, shall we? Goodness gracious me, then. I've had a lot of notifications. What's going on now? Open at me, is it? It probably is. Something about Paris Saint-Germain. Something about, I didn't read that, unfortunately, probably about Pochettino. We just take a look there. There's, how was my day? And my day was very good. Enjoyed the Formula 1. I've really enjoyed that race. What I like about Formula 1 at the moment there is, I quite like the unreliability because it adds an extra spice to the race, doesn't it? Unfortunately, I wish it was a bit more. Well, it is even now, isn't there? Because Leclerc's had 2 failures, and so is Max Verstappen now. So they're all level. But I do like the unreliability this year. I think it's been fantastic. I love it. But a bit like going back to old school F1. If there used to be a lot of failures in multiple races, then, but it's been almost bulletproof, hasn't it, the last couple of years? But I quite like that Red Bull monopoly. But I did enjoy the race. I thought it was very good today. I did it. Maybe just because I liked Azerbaijan. Like watched it, I hate racing it. We've got Katie saying Scott is after the session. Hopefully he'll be back in. I'm hoping that he just needs to compose himself and just putting in some laps, additional laps, maybe. My timings are a bit on the blink. Sam Gamer saying then, so I'm not sure if he means on his side or my side. As Mini Ramsay has also said he's barely made it. And intermediate tyres are on the cars as they emerge out of the garages, and we're going down on board the rear diffuser of Milan. Then we've also got Slough out on circuit as well. Only 13 cars in this qualifying session now. We have lost 2 that have gone off into turn 3, unfortunately. So we're going to lose another 3 drivers rather than another 5 this time around. And here comes Milan, and he is just in the middle part of the lap now, and he is just getting himself prepared and ready to go down. I don't think we're going to be on intermediate tyres for long. Was it this race actually a couple of seasons ago where it stopped raining about half distance around lap 16, but it was still like lap 25 where where everyone was still on intermediate tyres? I can't remember if it was this race or not, but it was a very unusual race that season, wasn't it? So I'm wondering if I think it's going to be a lot more humid in Brazil, in Interlagos today than it was back on that day. As much as I hope Milan's having a good day, but however, I do have to give a negative point then because he's got a default helmet, which is absolutely shocking behaviour indeed. Then, of course, that's one of the most important parts of your career, I think, as a Formula 1 driver, is your helmet and number. Your number choice and your helmet design is the most important part, in my opinion. At least Milan has got the number right, as he is number 50. I'm not sure if that's his age or not, but whatever the case may be, he is now going down into turn 4. DRS has not been enabled just yet. We haven't had a message from race control whether the DRS will be enabled or not then, but of course when it's dry enough, I think it's dry enough now, to be honest. I reckon we should get that DRS on the go, in my opinion. As Milan there is just tackling the mid part of the sector here. Next season for Hyperdrive, there will be 24 races then, but the provisional calendar has not been released just yet, but we do know it's going to be 24 races then next season as well then. However, there is 2 question marks about next season then, because I think the Qatar and Turkey, Milan almost lost it there into Magulio. Goodness me, that was very close indeed then. Yeah, so and he's lost it out of Young Cow, and he's invalidated his time. Then Milan is frustrated, and now he's gone into the wall, and he may have damaged the car there. And I don't think the AlphaTauri mechanics are going to be too happy with that, are they? As Milan gets right away there, so very good spatial awareness there from Milan. Yeah, he is. I think there's a lot of frustration in the AlphaTauri driver then. Soft across the line, he has gone fast on the intermediate tyres, 16 so far then to start us on our way in qualifying 2. 4 minutes ago in this qualifying session here, as the I don't think there is any spray on this game anyway, is there? We got Sam going faster, 7 tenths a second quicker than Sloth at the moment. With Chalkster going at second fastest in the Ferrari. I love the purple and gold helmet. That's lovely, isn't it? Wow, fantastic. Of course, Chalkster's off the circuit now. Oh dear. They're not fans of the Pirelli or DHL signs today, are they? Goodness gracious me. Of course, they're polystyrene, and I think the organisers are going to be very unhappy with that. They are trashing the place, aren't they? These drivers here tonight in HDE Hyperdrive eSports. Of course, Milan is thinking about the soft tyres, and a couple of seasons beyond now. The soft compound tyres, and it's Milan's idea then. The track is still quite damp out there. The DRS has not been enabled just yet. Julia's gone fast there just in front of Sam at the moment in the Williams car. Oh, you can see the sun is still bursting through the clouds, isn't it? But it's not that hot out there by the looks of things, is it? Because the track, usually in Brazil, the track dries up. The drainage around here is of course, second to no circuit there, because the drainage around here, because it's got a lot of undulations around here. It's a bit of a bowl, this one is. Similar to Hungary, isn't it? Which will not mean in terms of the track characteristics. I just mean how very much is like a bowl around here, isn't there? Very good stuff. I think if you stand at the edge of the pit exit or the paddock where Ted Crouch usually does his notebook, you can see almost 90% of the track, can't you? Chokser and Tygo owe me money after destroying my signs, and Katie is saying. And I think, is Anson getting a bit squirrely on the old exit of turn 4? Goodness gracious me. So I think Chokser and Tygo then, unfortunately, then is going to have to... I'm not sure how much the polystyrene signs are. I'm sure they are quite hefty, aren't they? We might have to get Swan Shanks' wallet to cover that fee then. As Serious Mushroom says, I know from Serious Mushroom in the stream then, but I don't think Serious Mushroom tunes into qualifying at the moment, does he? And unfortunately, I've made a rookie mistake, and I haven't actually charged my laptop up, so that ain't good, is it? So I'm going to have to quickly ferret around and find that charger in a minute, which is probably underneath all my rubbish. And then Zen, who is coming out of Young Cow and going up the hill then. And it's taking a very long time to dry at the moment, isn't it? I'm quite surprised. I thought we'd be on that soft, on dry tyres already around here, but we're not at the moment, are we? Goodness gracious me. Remember this qualifying session, and this is the second to last qualifying session that we're going to have with the tyre rule here. If you qualify in the top 10, you must sign a tyre which you set your fastest time on. next season then, that is a new rule then, of course, then, so you can choose whatever tire you want then. Danger Time's the champion, looking very much on it like a car bonnet. Good stuff indeed then. Here comes Tiger, getting a bit squirrely out of Yun Kao, but he's on his way nonetheless then. Tiger said he's done a very good job in Division 2 and Division 1 as well. Tiger has done very impressive stuff indeed. Here comes across the line, so the McLaren driver. He goes six fastest at the moment. What about Black Box? He was looking pretty impressive in the last qualifying session. He is 5th fast at the moment there. Black Box was a bit higher up last time around. We got a Ferrari who is off again. His chalks are at the same place then. I'm wondering, actually, may have slowed down there, hasn't he, actually? Maybe I'm being a bit unfair to the Ferrari driver, and shame on me. Milan has decided to go back onto the intermediate tires then, so it's too wet out there, or too damp, I should say then, because look, the track surface is still quite damp, isn't there? Very reflective on the surface here. Julian has gone fast there by just under a tenth for a second there. Here's Troy, of course, as he is on fine Vettel at the moment. Troy is, and he also goes third fastest. Goodness gracious me, he is an absolute beast at the moment, isn't he? Troy is fantastic. They call him the GOAT. Well, he's a beastly GOAT, isn't he? Fantastic at the moment there for Troy, magnificent. But of course, I do know my. And that's a Red Bull who's taking a trip on the grass there, isn't it? And just getting out of the way. I'm not sure who that is. I think it's Sam Gamer there. I'm not going... Sam Gamer, who's... is he just drove into the wall there? I'm not too sure about that. That's really odd then. Is he just disappeared? I thought that, goodness me, unless, yeah, it was Sam Gamer. It's just all of a sudden, he was just trying to get himself back on circuit, and he just disappeared, didn't he? So, goodness me. Milan goes fastest out, a 14.779 there from Milan, who has had a pole position this season. Of course, last season he had a lot of pole positions, didn't he? I think, didn't he have like 8 or, he had 7 or 8, didn't he? Milan did, of course, the all-time records for most pole positions in a single season. It's actually John Cox back in season 2, or season 3, if I remember rightly. Sam got disqualified. Thank you very much. KD, I'm glad that someone's paying attention, because I'm certainly not. Mr. BT, who's out on circuit base, invalidated his time, got a bit wide in turn 7 there. Mr. BT has there, so that's a lap invalidation. Epic the Animal starting this up then, and Dench is 2 seconds down. Just going to stick with Black Box at the moment, who is in the middle party on the middle part lap at the moment. So we've lost Sam already. He's down in 13th position. We've got Sloth and BT, who are now in the drop zone here. We've only got 10 cars going through into the top 10 shootout. So there's going to be some very unhappy drivers at the end of this one. But I would say, is that going to be an advantage? Well, it isn't at the moment, because everyone is going to start on new tyres if it's a dry start to the race, of course. And that is going to be a big if at the moment. That's going to be a big if at the moment, though, isn't it? Of course, depending on the weather at the start of the race. That is, Sam is not a happy chappy when it comes to Codemasters there, as we're not too sure what happened. I wonder if he spun, and then Codemasters didn't like how long he took him to get going, then, which is very harsh indeed. Do you remember Ayrton? And I think it was, who else was it? Someone else got disqualified when they spun at the entry. It was Nosey, wasn't it? When they spun at the entry of the pit lane at Zandvoort, and they got disqualified almost instantly for blocking the pit entry. Oh, Mini Ramsauer's lost a hole of the wing now. Good job he's on the Red Bull, because it gives you wings. However, that joke is probably going to be is probably duller than me. Duller than me. I don't know. Whatever. Duller than me personality. I'm not sure. But whatever the case may be, Ramsauer's lost his wing now. Unfortunately, BT is on a lap now. Danger Tobbs is just crawling back into the I think he's crawling into the pits, isn't he? Or he might just be harvesting before giving it another go. Then. Oh, and BT off the circuit there. Of course, that used to be a glitch on the 2011 game, didn't it? Because on time trial, that used to mean that used to then invalidate your lap, didn't it? Of course, so you used to get really quick laps there by going very wide into Yun Kao, and you carried so much speed going up the hill. Of course, I didn't say that. I think they patched it now, haven't they? Well, have they patched it? I'm not too sure. I haven't played 2011 in almost 8 years. Milan out of Yun Kao then, and powering up the hill then. Let's see what Milan can do then. Can he extend his advantage at the moment? We're losing 2 drivers in this qualifying 2 session here. The track is still wet out there, isn't there? So 14.424. I wonder if someone's thinking about going on to the dry tyres there in the last couple of minutes or so. Then I think it's a very big gamble, though, isn't it? It's going to be a gamble that could really hurt you, though, because the track is just going to get dry, because it hasn't rained now for almost 18 minutes, almost 10-15 minutes now it hasn't rained for, so the track will be drier, but and it will be getting quicker and quicker as each lap goes through. But I feel that if you try and go out on the dry tyres, I don't think it's going to. The risk is not going to. I don't think it's going to benefit you. I don't think. So Sam very unhappy about what happened there. So he's down in the mid pack then. KD, what a game then, 2011 then. Well, I think he's talking about 2011. It was a brilliant game, wasn't it? Good evening to you, Don. Did you all watch the F1 in Baku? Danger Tom's out just crawling up the hill there. Yes, we did. Well, I certainly did, Don. What did you make of it? I thought it was a really good race, to be honest. I was saying earlier on about... how much I liked how I like the reliability. Unfortunately, Ferrari did have a double whammy, don't they? But it felt a bit old school with the amount of reliability issues we have. But unfortunately, it's all on Ferrari cars, isn't it? Which is a big problem for Ferrari, isn't it? And that's going to really curtail their chance in the championship. We thought the Red Bull had problems, but goodness me, it's kind of evened itself out, hasn't it? Now, which these things tend to do so. Tiger, oh goodness me, that's a beautiful 360. Oh my gosh, that's not. And he is in the wall, and he's out of qualifying. I was going to say that's a beautiful 360 spin, but that isn't there because that ended up in the barrier, and that's a carbon copy, I think, of who was it? Was it Pizzoni that did something similar like that in the 2003 Brazilian Grand Prix? I can't remember off the top of my head. Or was it Montoya? I can't remember. But whatever the case may be, that is it for Tygo. He's out of qualifying here. Mini Ramsal saying it's dry in qualifying free. By the way, thank you very much, Ramsal. So yes, indeed. Then I haven't called you Ramsdale yet, then, which is good. So indeed, I hope you're a Arsenal fan. Otherwise, you're going to be very unhappy with me. Epic, who is 8th position at the moment, then McLaren just getting out of the way. I think it's Danger Times who's really crawling at the moment. He's doing a lot of harvesting there. Chalkser coming across the line. He does not improve. That final sector was pretty appalling. No, and Danger's almost going squirrely there. Oh, and he's done a bunny hop as well. Goodness me. I don't know any BMXers. Is Danny McSkill a BMXer? I don't know. He's a biker, isn't he? Some kind of don't know. My knowledge of every sport is absolutely appalling there, but that was a beautiful bunny hop. Epic going third fast. That's a beautiful lap for Epic as well. 6 tenths of a second improvement. I think now in the background there is Danger Thompson. McLaren left in this qualifying session as his sub teammate is going to the wall at quite high velocity, and unfortunately that is him out of qualifying. That's a humongous smash there for Tygo, and he's going to be disappointed because at the moment he was through into qualifying free. Mini Ramsau is on the lap at the moment, so is Sloth at the moment. Go stick with Ramsal for the minute. Baku was really good, enjoyed it. Unlucky for a lot of wins from Merck, but they did well. Yeah, a lot of I'm not. It's a very difficult one to call, isn't it? Because driver safety, you have to really take Milan's retired from the session, but he's fast at the moment. You have to really take seriously. But as Paul the rest has said, though, the way to stop the car from bouncing on porpoising, as Ramsdale is off the circuit now, he's spun off there and he's gone into the not into the barrier, such that. But yeah, just getting on the power, a bit too greedy there, and he's oh, goodness me, he's reset the track then. That's probably going to distract the Williams driver there. Out of the final turn, and here comes Soft Cross on. He's 7 fastest there. Good 17 then. And Denge is down in 10th position at the moment. And he is off the circuit as well. Turn 3, and Denge has gone off as well. Goodness me, the turn 3 is a very pesky turn. I said in the beginning of the broadcast about turn 3. And goodness me, it has claimed another victim here tonight. BT, who's in he's in 12th fast one and yellow flag again. Ramsau has another chance then, but I'm not sure if that spin at the top wheel is going to cost him in terms of the momentum that he had there coming out of the final turn. Up the hill then, Mr. BT then, as you can see the sun is bursting through the clouds still, but it's not drying up this track at all. It hasn't rained since qualifying 1, and we've still got a damn track out there. BT has gone 4 fastest. That's a great time indeed. Elevated himself at the black boxes that come into the pits there. Well, that chalk, so he's 3 times a second up. He is currently through into qualifying free, goodness me, and almost spun it there out of the exit of 14. Now over the grid hatch as well, and can Chalks to get through. This is an important this lap, which is done. So level 17 Danger Titan Sloth is invalidated this time, and Mini Ramsau is also not getting any quicker either then. So we've lost that game route, got disqualified. Mini Ramsau in 15th position there, and Denge in 11th position. We have and he's done a carbon copy almost there as he is trimming the grass. Mini Ramsau is as he's going to be starting 12th in the Brazilian Grand Prix, which is nothing to sneeze at, isn't it? So very good stuff indeed there. Danger Time's done 7-8 laps on these intermediate tyres, and now as he comes across the that goes across the line now. Danger Times improves by the minutest of margins. Good stuff indeed then. But yeah, what an interesting qualifying that was that. So we've lost Sam Gamer. Oh, goodness me, I'm going to get confused with, of course, the Gamer from Division 3, who is, of course, in the title fight between himself, KD, and Cowie. That final showdown is happening in Abu Dhabi in 2 weeks' time then. So that is going to be an incredible end to the championship, I am sure. But we are on about Sam Gamer making his second appearance in Division 1 tonight. Good to have him. He is currently down in 13th. Unfortunately, after... oh, excuse me. It must be my belly. No, it's a big old car, a big old exhaust outside that. Unfortunately, but let's just take a look to see who is through into qualifying 3. So Milan is through into qualifying 3 along with Black Box, Epic, Julian, BT, Chalkser, Troy, Danger Times, and Slothfen. Not in Tiger will start 10th, but he's not going to participate in qualifying 3 because he crashed, unfortunately. And then in 11th position, Mini Ramsell 12th, and Sam Gamer in 13th position. And so only 9 cars going for the top 10 shootout. Then everyone will have a free choice of tyre if it's dry in the race end. So this is going to get very interesting indeed. Don saying, I think if Mercedes want to protect their drivers or worry about the safety, they should just lift the ride height, sacrifice speed. Mercedes got it wrong. I agree with that wholeheartedly, actually. Because the ride height goes 2 ways, doesn't it? And I think that there is a bit of analysis from Karun Chandal or Johnny Herbert showing that the Mercedes floor is a lot lower than the Red Bull. So just lift the car up, I'd say. But I don't know. I'm not a very smart cookie when it comes to Formula 1 stuff and all that kind of jazz. But that's probably the ride height goes up and down, really, doesn't it? So I would say just lift the car personally. But apparently all the drivers have been complaining, though, haven't they? But we'll see. Well, watch this space kind of figures there. But yeah, I really enjoyed the race. Actually, it was a very good race indeed. Then I quite like the midfield battles, and I did like the Alpines with their very much table tray rear wing, wasn't it? So we do have dry tyres on now. It's a track dry enough for the for these dry tyres. We're going to find out, or Sloth in Milan is going to find out in just a jiffy. And that is a Mercedes there coming out. There's Mr. BT who's still on the intermediate tyres then. So the Mr. BT in the Mercedes car still thinks it is going to be on the intermediate tyres then. Ramshouse, how is and engine quick out in front there? Oh, he's got a quicker tyre than on my screen. I was in front there, Mini Ramshouse was saying then. Milan is saying that it's still not dry then. We've got Geordie Boxtel, even though it's unusual to have Boxtel in the comments there and not in the not on track there, isn't it? Of course, Boxtel, the Division 2 champion, be driving in Division 1 next season. And he's driven a lot in Division 1 already. I think he's got 14 or 13 appearances, doesn't he, Boxtel? Looking forward to having Boxtel v Robbie, who is not v Robbie anymore, and I think Menace Max almost confirmed as well for Division 1 for next season. Looking forward to having all those drivers said, and it's just going to make the Division 1 absolutely strong as an ox, isn't it? I'm looking forward to that for next season. And of course, there, I do love, and of course, it's going to be on a new game as well. So it's going to be very interesting who adapts quickest there. I'm looking forward to it. Cannot wait there. And Mr. BT, who is just on track at the moment, he is just to get himself ready to get going or ready to get cooking in this one. And he's just now coming into Young Cow's run. I've just discovered I've got an ulcer, and that's really hurting me. So I might have to, I don't know how I discovered that. So we got a driver out on slick tyres, but it's still not dry. Milana has confirmed it, and Danger Times is the only driver trying to have a go on the soft tyres there. And I think that the drivers of Milana and Sloth were probably thinking about going on that as well. Then coming across the line, then, and let's see what Mr. BT can do then, going down into turn 1. It looks reasonably dry on the racing line, but off the racing line, still very damp indeed, isn't it? I think that's what I'd like for. Oh gosh, he's off the circuit there, but he hasn't invalidated his time, BT has. Now, goodness me, he is a very brave cookie for keeping it in there. My goodness me, he's done an 18.9 in the first intermediate split time there. My goodness me, what I'd like to see on next year's game is actually have proper tram tracks there, where the track is dry on the racing line, but wet off the racing line. But of course, I think I might be asking a bit too much, maybe. I wouldn't have. So I'd like to see the pit lane starts as well. But that's probably more career kind of choice than anything else. Chalkser, who is now going to take over the lead car from BT after he made a mistake earlier on the session. Car 50, lovely. I love that shot. That's absolutely beautiful stuff indeed, then, isn't it? Now as Chalkser is in the heart of the middle sector there. Of course, it's very tight and twisty here. Point and squirt. And going down into Magulio. the dive before coming up into Young Cow as well. He's gone purple in sector 2. I've got to say these corner names just roll off the tongue, don't they? I do a lot of rolling, but there we go. No, don't roll off anyone's tongue, I don't think. Chalks are coming out of turn 15 there, across the line, and he's done a 15 flat then to get the fastest and provisional pole position time of the Brazilian Grand Prix. But Black Box, who was second fast motor by 400 of a second. Goodness me, it's almost a whisker between them. BT backed off, didn't he, after he had an exploratory lap then. What about Danger Times now? This is going to be interesting. Danger Times on a 16-1. Look how close it is though between Danger Times and the intermediate tyres. Why is that a factor? Because Danger Times is on the dry tyres, whilst Black Box and Chalkers is on the intermediate tyres. One day I'll say Chalkers, right, won't I? Chalkers? No, I don't know. But Danger Times on the soft tyres. I'm quite surprised. Look, he's going quicker still. The track, it might be slick tyres after all here. Danger Times may have pulled off an absolutely beautiful decision here. My goodness me. Here comes Troy, the South, I would say the people's champion is the Troy is, and the people's goat as 57 in June Cow. Then, of course, the man who's won 2 of the last 3 races and out of the junction and powering up the hill as well. And where does Troy put himself now? And let's take a look there as he comes across the line. Then we're keeping an eye on Danger Times' time as well. He's got a yellow flag. No, he hasn't. That's before Troy's gone up fast at the moment. Danger Times, I'm keeping an eye on Danger Times. We've got drivers out there as well. 5/10 of a second. That's enough for pole position, is it? I think it's enough to get himself into maybe 3rd position on the grid here. Danger Times is showing. And Danger Times is showing now. I think it's almost time for dry tyres here. Then he cuts across the line. Yes, he's getting better and better. He's found 7/10 of a second. He's getting more confident this year. That's what it needs to be. You go quicker and quicker on the soft tyres there, or the dry tyres there, and you just get more energy. You get more heat into the tyres. So the quicker you go, they will just grip more, won't they? And that's exactly what Danger Times is doing then. So I think the dry tyres may be the order today, but Milan doesn't seem to think so. He is going to stay on the intermediate tyres. And it is a tough qualifying session, isn't it? Goodness me. I absolutely love this at the moment now. Fantastic stuff indeed. Whilst it got a bit of a lull in proceedings, goodness me, Black Box there was very sideways indeed, was the on board with Danger Times, who's absolutely flying out there at the moment. So Troy is trying to get some heat into those tyres of his, isn't he? Danger Times is 2/10 of a second up in the first split time there, but he's almost out of fuel there. I wonder if he might abandon this, come back into the garage there, throw another set of soft tyres, and away he goes there. The danger of that is he going to still be in the zone when he comes back out, of course, there, because each tyre, believe it or not, is slightly different. 7/10 of a second up. This is enough for pole position there for Danger Times. He has only ever had 1 pole position this season, I think, for Danger Times, which was quite a while ago. And my goodness me, McLaren have only had 3 in total, haven't they? But Danger Times is carrying on them 5 minutes ago in the qualifying session, and Danger Times has got pole position. That's a magnificent decision there. He is on pole position by 4/10 of a second there. And I've got to say, that's absolutely mega stuff indeed, isn't it? He is the only driver that has gone on to the slick soft tyre, and that is absolutely incredible. Really well done indeed there for Danger Times. I'm absolutely in awe with that. Fantastic, because I would have stayed on the intermediate tyres there. That is brave the utmost. That is why Danger Times is the champion this season. That is magnificent. He is the world champion, and his with driving skills and everything like that. Fantastic there. On board Milan at the moment now, who is down in 8th position. He hasn't set a time just yet, has he? And they're just into the middle part of the lap as well. Then I'm just taking a look to see when the last time Danger Times was on pole position. He was actually back in the Belgian Grand Prix. That's his one and only pole position there of the season for Danger Times. McLaren have only had 3 in total this season. The Constructors' Championship. DRS has been enabled, so I wonder if Milan's going to abandon this, come back in the pits and throw on a set of soft tyres and go for broke. Talking of broke, he's in the comments as well. Goodness me. For hello to you, broke. Then as I will learn. Milan is now coming into the pits there, which is a good opportunity now for me to quickly read the comments. I think I need to eat my tea a bit later on the Sunday, don't I? Because goodness me, I've got a bit of an indigestion now. I'm going to have to get some old Gaviscon out, I think, or is it Cambodia cough medicine with clout. We got Dylan, evening. Good evening to you, Dylan. Serious Mushroom, evening. Good evening to you, Serious Mushroom. He's got the octopus out there. Here comes Gote. Gote, fantastic, I love it. Menace Max with the octopus as well. Lovely 17 then. So Menace Max not racing tonight, but hopefully be racing Division 1 next season. So good 17 then. We got Bro Gorilla. Good evening, Sean. Hello from me and Tess. Good evening to you, Todd and Tess. Hope you're well. And Milan started helmet. Get him, Sean. I've already complained. Don't worry about that, Serious Mushroom. I have. Yes, indeed. Then I was absolutely depressed there with Milan's default helmet. Of course, that's the most important part of a driver's repertoire. So is the is of course their helmet design, which of course is basically absolute poppycock, isn't it? Really, of course, it's just kind of a material thing. But I get very excited by drivers' helmets. Just watching Julian there, who is on the soft tires. So danger times there. It took him 3 laps there, didn't it, to get the peak performance out of the soft tires. I wonder if Julian has seen that, and he's now going to go for a couple of laps then, ready to before he gets an absolute blinder of a lap. Then we got the octopus from Milan and KD. Lovely stuff indeed. Then albeit Milan's octopus seems to be a bit detached there. Oh dear, but it is quite a long octopus. Lovely stuff indeed there. Menace Max said, I am Sean, you better get ready to commentate on me crashing out, Menace Max. I'm going to be honest, Menace Max, I don't want to put the old commentator's curse on you, but I think that you're easily going to be in the I think you're going to be a major player next season. I cannot wait indeed. I'm looking forward to Division 1 next season. Do I want as much excitement as this season? Probably not, because goodness me, it raises my heart rate a bit too much there, and I have to go in, lie down and drink some Ribena. We've got didn't get oh goodness me, KD didn't get shafted by Park this time. Goodness me. We've also got Kez has just got home as well. My word. Right then, we've got Julian, who's currently on a lap at the moment. Geez, I mean, thanks. I got the pressure on me now. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I know. I wasn't sure if I think I've kind of put you in a hard place when it's back there. But of course, I do have a lot of respect for all the drivers. I've all of hyperdrive, really. Of course, unless you crash me out. But there we go. I don't think anyone's actually crashed me out recently. But mainly it's usually me crashing other people out. Unfortunately, almost crashing people out. Case in point, Dynamo Dan and Smithy Almighty in Division 6. Almost, anyway. So Julian's gone pole position there by my goodness me, a 13.461, and what? Remember that was the DRS, of course, wasn't it? Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed there for Julian, and yes, indeed there. So that is good. How much? No, he's on a back off lap, and he's going for it again. Then he's got time there because, of course, this is quite a short lap around here. We're watching Black Box. Then you're very much hugging the inside of the centre as well. We're on board with Black Box with the beautiful aqua helmet. Then, or I think it's teal, isn't it? Teal blue. Then perhaps last over the line gets Paul Series first saying, of course, a lot of you know this, but my favourite ever qualifying session was at the 1999 European Grand Prix. Pole position by Heinz-Harald Frentzen there, wasn't it? It was last man across the line then, so Series Russia very much digging into the archives of Formula 1 tonight there, as he knows exactly what happened on that day. Of course, it was Frentzen who timed it absolutely to perfection, didn't he? Remember, it was like a slot machine that day, wasn't it? Because it stopped raining in qualifying the Nürburgring about 20 minutes ago, stuff like that, then all of a sudden it was absolute anarchy for the last 5 minutes. It was one of the most entertaining qualifying sessions you'll ever see. We've got yellow flags in front of us. There is Julian, who is just on a reconnaissance lap there, just trying to harvest his car before getting himself back in as well. On board then, as now then coming up the hill then for a Black Box then, and he is going to have a bit of slipstream, not enough though I don't think, maybe just a minute of slipstream there. Across the line, and Black Box is on pole position now, and the times are going to tumble down. Who is that? Danger Times has spun the car. Here's the first driver on the soft tires, and Chulks has got a second there, and he's now in the third position at the moment, and Troy is on pole position for the Aston Martin car. Epic, where's he gone then? Epic is just started his lap. Oh, goodness gracious me, I can hardly keep up. Here comes Milan then across the line. Milan goes, and he with that default helmet, he is on pole position there. 3/10 of a second. Milan's only had one pole position this season, but he's going for the double tonight there. Magnificent. Danger Times there, who's having a couple of issues there, and I'm not sure if that's the best way to start your lap then, but who knows what, but I don't know much about anything. And so Danger Times there is about to, is he going to start his lap now? Or has he got got problems there, Danger Times has there. And the telemetry's not telling us much there, but we'll keep an eye on Danger Times there. BT has invalidated his time. What about, I think I'm looking for Julian. There he is. He's gone purple in section 9/10 of a second improvement in the second split time there for Danger Times. No, it isn't for Julian. Goodness me, I'm getting them all confused. They're in completely different colour cars, sure. Danger Times has got problems there. I think Danger Times out of this qualifying session, unfortunately. Julian coming across the line, and there's that pole position. It is pole position. The checker flag has fallen. Black box is on pole position, and it is going to be last one across the line. Says Richard Sesson. Chalk is only third fastest there. Goodness me, here comes Sloth across the line. Sloth has got fifth faster. Where's Troy? Troy is second. He's on the front row of the grid. Here comes Epic, the animal. Epic is third. No, he isn't. He's fourth then. What about Milan? Milan has found 4/10 of a second. Is it enough then? Is it enough? He is on pole position. Milan is there. It was last man across the line. And Milan is second pole position off the stage out here tonight. Magnificent. Absolutely incredible there from Milan. And wow, what an end to qualifying that was. That was absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. And that is Milan's 13th pole position of his career. Fantastic stuff for Milan. A 10th of a second in front of Black Box with Troy in third position. And that's a perfect start for Troy if he wants to hunt down Blaze and Epic for that top three finishing position this season, which he does deserve, doesn't he? However, so does Blaze and Epic as well. So we can't take it away from those two drivers either. Julian in fourth then, Epic in fifth, Chaucer sixth, seventh position, Sloth, eighth, Danger Times. Mr. BT didn't get a time on the board on the dry tyres, and that cost him. Danger Times the first driver out on the soft tyres there, but not sure what happened there. He spun the car, and it just looked like he couldn't get the car fired up then, and that has cost him grid positions here tonight then in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Oh, my word, that was fantastic stuff indeed, wasn't it? Oh, we've got beautiful sunshine here tonight in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Now, it's serious question. What is the weather for the race? Does anyone know? It's sunny. Sorry, I was trying to catch up the messages because I thought I missed some out. I apologise if I missed yours out there. Just shout at me. Good stuff indeed there. We got KD. I made the same mistake from my qualifying and lost a 10th of a second at turn 12. Like I said, Yunkao is an important corner. It is indeed. Then, of course, if you get Yunkao absolutely nailed on, then you just fly up the hill, don't you? Daily Times got text, I think, there, Miss Max, exactly, because it's so annoying. KD is annoying, KD, to be fair. Milan's got 5 plates grid penalty for default helmet. He should be sent to the back of the grid, in my opinion, there, but there we go. Gote then, P3 there, perfect there, Mini Ramsdale. Good luck to everyone, good luck. Don't crash him there. Scooby Stew, yo ho, hello Scooby Stew. Cool, Scooby Stew, we haven't seen you for a very long time. It's Spitty Ramsdale, Mini Ramsdale saying, and haha, Kez saying, lovely. Right, let's go for the grid shot from front to back then. I gotta say, I think I'm gonna have to. I need money this formation lap for a break because that qualifying session was absolutely fantastic. We've got a bit of a sneak peek into next season, by the way, here, because of course, because there's a rain-affected qualifying session. In qualifying 2, you can pick whatever tyres you want to start the race on. And remember, next season, that is one rule. Then, of course, a part of Hyperdrive and all forms of Formula 1 racing next season. That, of course, you can choose whatever tyres you want to start the race on as well. I wasn't convinced by that rule, but it'd be interesting stuff to see how that one goes then. So we've got soft tyres there for Black Box, Troy, Julian, Mini Ramsar, we got Sully and Scotty, Knowlesy, Mr. Rage, Cartboy and Clarkey. Medium tyres then for Milan, for Epic, for Chalks, Sloth, Danger Times, BT, Tiger, and then we got Sam Gamer, Crazy Bill and Clark at the back of the field. Let's go through the grid show. That's the pit stop strategy. We expect a one-stop strategy from softs to medium tyres, and maybe you get a two-stop strategy of the safety car later on in this stage, later on this race set. Now, Milan on pole position for the second time this season. Black Box is alongside him on row 1, where he's on soft tyres, along with Troy and Julian. So they are going to have an advantage getting off the grid. Epic in 5th position, Chaucer in 6th, and Sloth is 7th, Danger Times 8th, BT in 9th, and Tiger in 10th position there, and enters 11th. Mini Ramsdale in 12th position, Sam Gamer in 13th, Scotty in 14th, Sully in 15th, Crazy Bill is 16th, Knowlesy is 17th, Mr. Rage is in 18th position. Mr. Rage, a lot of pressure on his shoulders tonight, and the drivers at the bottom of the championship, because they could potentially be officially relegated from Division 1. Carboy in 19th position there, and 20th position is Clarkey. 20 drivers, 36 laps around the Brazilian Grand Prix, and it's the second to last time in F1 2021 that we're going to be going racing in Division 1 now, so I'm always getting emotional here. Now we are just waiting for those 5 sets of lights to come on, and then when they'll come on one at a time, and then when they go up, we'll be racing here in Brazil. The lights are on. It's action for round 22, and Milan gets away beautifully well. But look, Black Box has got the ascendancy. He takes the lead into turn 1 there, and that is a soft tire there. He had more grip instantly, and Milan couldn't defend it because he's already alongside Black Box. Where so Milan there, he's going to have to try and come back at him there. So he comes down into turn 4, and they've all got away cleanly, and they've all got away beautifully cleanly as well as we go down into turn 4. Is everyone through that? Is everyone through that? It's getting a bit squirrely. That McLaren. Right off the circuit of Tygo, I think it is now, and just before coming back onto the circuit, my goodness me, Clarkey is on the pole and starting the back of the field then, and he's getting very condensed in the midfield. Chortzer has dropped down a lot of positions. He got damaged there. It was almost a clean start, and lovely shot there from the Ferrari of Mr. Ragehead. We got a lot of onboard footage here, and who is that then? Scotty is inside, knows it. Oh, goodness gracious me, it's a PG show. Milan has lost 2 positions here. He's lost 3 positions outside, and he spent the car, and my goodness me, Milan there's on the outside to Magulio, the dive, and I think that was a very risky manoeuvre, wasn't it? My goodness, well, I think it was one of the Williams, wasn't it there? As we're coming out then to complete lap 1, Black Box leads, and Troy in second position, third is Julian, fourth is Epic, fifth is Soft Mini Ramsay, had a fantastic start up, 6 positions already. Same with Chorster's in the pits. Same with Sully's up 6 positions. Good heavens, a fantastic start indeed. Then, lovely shot here. Look, the Slot Fair's up 2 positions there, but he's dropped down now. And Mini Ramsay, my goodness me, he's had his wee bits tonight, hasn't he? Or today, I should say. He is flying through the field like a hot knife through butter. Magnificent stuff. Who's out in the background there? BT is all over the back of Danger Times. He's moved up position as well. A lot of movement here in this opening stage of the Brazilian Grand Prix, but Milan, the pole sitter, unfortunately down the order, and of course having the medium tires there has really hurt him, I think. Now he didn't get the best start, did he? And then after that, and who is that then? Sam Gamer has just forced Sully off the road there. Goodness gracious me, getting elbows out there as that Sam just goes on the inside there, and it takes 9th position. Goodness me, a bit robust there, wasn't it? As he was on board with Sully then, but Sully's got a lovely tail there, and now as he is now on board then, as we've got a guy, Time Splitter is asking if a serious Rusher was here. He is indeed then, as we got oh goodness me, I'll read your comments out in a minute. DR's been a name with that at the end of the third lap, but Sam Gamer defending beautifully well there to keep himself in front of Milan's in the pits then, and that is not good news, is it, for Milan then? And coming down into turn 4 then, Black Box leads from Troy in second position there, and Milan is retired from the session. Oh no, Milan out the race, and Sam at the inside. He has got it deep now, and BT's back on the inside. Oh my goodness me, and how did they keep it on track? It's beyond me. Tiger has dropped down the order, and he is down in 13th position now, and with Milan is out of the race, and Clark has got issues at the back of the field as well, and just on board now with Sully, who's all over the back of Sam Gamer. Sam Gamer is trying to defend there, isn't he? But Sully wants to get past. He's on the soft tires, of course, and almost touching going into the dive before coming into Yunkao as well. But Sam there just making his Red Bull as wide as possible here, which he's doing a fine job then. However, now there's DRS available. Look at Sully, he's all over like a bad suit here. And goodness me, they're almost swapping positions here, and they're going this way and that way. They're changing lights. Oh my goodness me, and Gamer, and look at this, I got a bad rubbish camera angle here. We're going down into turn 1, and Sully is up into 9th position, I think it is. So BT is down in 10th position there, and Sam is just about avoided all that. Oh my word! And here comes Sully, and now then Sully going down into turn 4. Sam is down into 9th position. Goodness gracious me! I love that race, by the way. That was fantastic, wasn't it? Oh God. It was getting very it looked very quite interesting. I don't know, very aggressive from all drivers, but of course I don't think I overstepped the limit, did I? I enjoyed that. That was fantastic. It really was indeed there. Oh, goodness me, I've almost swallowed my tongue. Troy leads. If I missed that, shocking behaviour. Oh my goodness me. Troy leads the Grand Prix and then just now up into 4th, but no, into 10th position. Make that 11th. I don't know where he is at the moment. Into Young Cow on the outside. Into the junction. He's going to be forced off wide then, so he's going to have to go up and under. Mr. BT is struggling for pace at the moment, isn't he? And goodness gracious me, what is occurring here? The midfield battle is absolutely fantastic. And now BT is under major, is under the cosh here. And Danes is alongside him. He's going to be past BT. He's past BT. He moves himself over to 10th position. Yes, he does. And BT running wide then. Crazy Bill up the inside. He's going to pinch him on the exit there. He does a very good job, actually. BT does. I thought it was going to be Crazy Bill pinching him on the exit. Good stuff. Here comes Tiger. And oh goodness me, I thought that they was going to force each other off the road there. Down into turn 4 again then. And one. Oh, and look, there's a Crazy Bill flipping the bird there. He's not having a Tiger there, was he? And now Mr. Rage is up the inside as well. So a poor day for the Ferrari driver. If he wants to keep himself in Division 1 for next season, of course, relegation looming large, unfortunately, with the Ferrari in 13th position at the moment. Knowles has now decided that he wants to be a part of the party as well, and Knowles does it. Of course, he is usually the party starter. My goodness gracious me. So just going into turn 13. No, I don't know where we are. Where are we? We're in turn 12. No, we're in turn 10. Goodness me. Oh, I'm gonna have to lie down. Goodness me! I think I might have to. Oh, who's that? That's Mr. Rage off the circuit. I was going to say I might have to. I think Sundays is a bit too much for me. So I'm meant to be getting ready for the work week. But my goodness me, this is absolutely fantastic. Clarkey is off the circuit. Clarkey's got no pace. I'm not sure what's under Clarkey. He's really struggling out there. I'm wondering if he hasn't got a setup or something then, because he's at the back of the field, 9 seconds away. Unless something happened to him at the beginning of the race, I'm not too sure. But something has gone majorly wrong then with Clarkey then. Anyway, yes, as Milan saying good luck for next season, as unfortunately Milan out of the Grand Prix after that spin at Maguglia. Then I think it was him and one of the Williamses came to blows there, unfortunately made contact with each other. We got Troy leads at Wilson saying that as a Gote Kaz said, how dare you miss that shot? I know it's shocking behaviour by me with Troy lead the way what they call. So he is the fan favourite. Troy is, and he's absolutely in such fine form. Troy is an absolute beast at the moment, isn't he? Clark in the pits as well, and some major problems with the Haas car there. Not sure what's on with Clark. Hopefully he can get himself sorted out before his race completely erodes away. But at the moment, it's not looking too good at all, is it? He's almost being lapped as well after only 6 laps in this Grand Prix. Just about a time before he would lead dead serious. Russia was saying. Danger Times has now been in 6th position now. Good stuff indeed. We got Knowles is all over the back of Tiger. It's starting to settle down slightly there. Carboy getting past Mr. Rage into the center there, and Carboy moving himself up into 15th position there. Keep the camera on Troy, Katie is saying there. We've got, let's just stay on board with Troy God and watch the master at work then. As of course we got the, oh my gosh, I'm reading the comments, I should be watching the action. And BT and Bill now going side by side here, and BT is just unfortunately dropping like a stone at the moment, isn't he? Up the inside, Crazy Bill is trying to hang it out on the outside. He's got the inside into the pine tree, which I don't think is the pine tree anymore. Now up into the 11th position. BT is the Crazy Bill. And remember, Hamilton and Albon had a collision here in 2019, I think it was. But those two are much better, a bit more skilled, I think, than Hamilton and Albon. I would say that, as they both, as BT has lost an abundance amount of time by going wide, unfortunately, and that is not helping at all. And Danger Times at the fast side race, he's starting to line up the timing sheets here now as he's the champion. We've got his teammate Tiger then, who's involved in the midfield mayhem at the moment, isn't he? Into the centre S, not so long enough, believe it or not, going over the start finish straight as well. Slayer, Troy at the moment. He is at 3/10 in front of Black Box, then with Julian in 4th, with Epic in 5th position. Epic is sitting very pretty here at the moment, isn't there? There's a lot of weaving going on tonight, and Tiger now on the outside going into turn it over there. I think as long as it's not weaving into the braking zone, I think that it should be okay, and as long as it's not deemed as dangerous either, then on your competitor, it should be alright. I think excessive weaving though is very much frowned upon. Remember, Hamilton got penalised 2 years in a row, didn't he, in Malaysia, 2010-11. I think it was on Petrov twice. I'm not too sure about that, which he got turned off for. First penalty of the night then on lap 8, and that is Black Box, and that is a crucial mistake, I think, for Black Box in this battle at the moment. BT taking the esports racing line then. Of course, I took took that line, and 2011 there. Of course, as we mentioned already, Clarkey is at the far side race. So now Clarkey may have found his feet, so to speak, but he's almost a lap down now. Tygo is trying to defend then, and oh my goodness me, did it go to the back of the McLaren? Now we've got 3 abreast, and I think we've just seen someone swap positions in front of him as well. Was it Slough Sully? May have been then. And now we have got Tygo, and Knowles has been forced out wide there, and now Tygo is back on the outside then. So Knowles is on the inside. Remember, Knowles, he has a soft compound tyres, he has to ride. A very experienced campaigner, Knowles here said, so he's got to wait his turn. He is on the inside, and he's just run sideward then, contact with himself and Tygo there. He is still on the inside. He's not going up, Knowles, he isn't there, but I think he may have to admit defeat for the time being then. He may have lost the battle, but the war is still raging on out there. Black Box is 8/10 of a second away from Troy, but he is still in DRS at the moment. He is still in DRS. Slayer, go on, Troy, as he is about 8/10 of a second in front of the chasing pack there, and Troy maybe Black Box maybe the cork in the bottle here. Epic is looking very strong indeed though, isn't he? Epic and Danger Tires both on medium tires here. Remember, it may be medium to soft or soft to medium. I'll hazard a guess anyway, so I assume that's what the strategy is around here. Mr. Ray's then all over the back of now of Cartboy. Cartboy's got DRS set from Troy in front. The Mini Ramsell has a penalty, unfortunately, and I think so that's going to be disappointed for Ramsell at the moment. No swapping around the position there. Sam Gamer is now caught to the back of Sully and Slough, and Sam Gamer then flying out there. Ramsell is all over the back of Epic there, but so Ramsell, he is quick, isn't he? Ramsell has had a very impressive 7D. Remember this Division 1 there. He did start off life in Division 4 this season, and I think he's really elevated his game, hasn't he? So very impressive stuff from Mini Ramsell. He hasn't raced, I think his race, he may have a bit of race rust there because he hasn't raced too much there, but he's not lost any of his speed, has he? Fantastic drone out there for Ramsell at the moment. Absolutely flying so far. Incredible stuff indeed then. Incredible stuff indeed. Just Don is just said that in the Tiger's got naughty, and we just got Don saying, and no, I don't like the driving in this division. They leave zero space. Thankfully, I'm just a spectator. They are a bit abrupt, aren't they, with the old space, isn't they? And I do, when I think of commentating Division 7, and I've done a bit on the other leagues, and yes, they are a bit brutal, aren't they, with the spatial awareness in this game. And I think that it's very competitive. It's very competitive, isn't it? There, but yeah, I do agree with that. It is very, very tight indeed there. But Don is saying, thankfully, he is a spectator. Troy has lost an almighty amount of time there. Sam Gamer now moving himself. He's got a 3-second penalty now for his troubles. Oh dear, and that is going to be costly indeed. Tygo, who's in trial position, he's got a conga line from behind him now. He's a crazy Bill trying to get in front of this of these queue of cars. Only one retirement so far. Unfortunately, Milan out of the Brazilian Grand Prix, which is such a shame. And that's Milan's 6th retirement this season, which is very disappointing. He was on pole position as well, looking very strong. Milan was, but unfortunately, he was on medium tires at the start, wasn't he? I think that put him into the battle between himself and the two Williamses, and that really really disappointed indeed that so just on board now. Then we've got some huge news that is just coming from Wilson here. Let's go on board with him now, and Andenge with the beautiful Ronnie Peterson inspired helmet, which it probably isn't there, but I love it anyway. Andenge probably one of the most best helmets ever then. But spoken with Andenge today, he said he would take a sabbatical from F1 next year. Wish him luck in his penultimate race set. So that is such a shame to hear from Andenge, because he's this season alone he has participated in almost every single race in there. I think he's only missed he missed Singapore, the Dutch Grand Prix, and 1 or 2 others, but he has been a part of it for so whilst I'm doing a bit of a poetry there for Andenge, I should be also looking at this battle here between Tygo and Crazy Bill, and up the inside goes Tygo, and there's me saying that Crazy Bill is trying to detach himself from that battle, but he is back in it. Goodness me. Go back to Andenge, so he's going to be taking a sabbatical for next season. Andenge says, so we wish you, yes, echo Wilson's settlements there. We do wish him all well, because I think Andenge said, I haven't commentated on him a lot, and I commentated a lot on him when he was a part of Weekend Night Racing, when when Wilson was desperate to find a crazy commentator who was hang on, I'm all over the show tonight then, because the Julian is on the inside and he takes second position. Black Box has been struggling here, and now Julian has got past. Lovely shot here from the diffuser as we've got first shots of the battling top here, haven't we? As which we've had an almighty scrap in. We've got yellow flags. Ferrari is off. I think it's Chalks and Danger Times on the outside of Mini Ramsay. He's going to have the inside. He has the inside. He has track position, and he does there. He is on the inside. Magnificent battling there. Oh, well done indeed. Then we're on lap 13. Mr. Rage has a penalty, and that is mega 7 indeed there from the world champion Danger Times. He, of course, the champion. He has come around the champion a couple of races ago. Magnificent stuff, and he's now a part of this battling. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars. Chalksters coming to the pits and called it a day. He is out of the Grand Prix, and that's 2 retirements, unfortunately. But both of them coming to the pits and called it a day. And we ain't even after this yet, but carrying on with the Andenge stuff. Yeah, we're going to miss Andenge for next season, and hopefully we'll see him back in a season's time then, or a season after next, or maybe we might even see him back in a reserve capacity towards the end of next season. I hope we do then, and I hope the sabbatical doesn't turn into full-time retirement from Andenge, like it did with Mika Hakkinen back in 2001. We've got pit stop drama. Julian's in the pits. Black Box and Sully are all in the pits. Medium compound tyres now, almost smack bang in the halfway stage of the Grand Prix, which now means that they should be able to get to the end on those medium tyres. Goodness gracious me then. Anyway, let me catch up then. Oh gosh, this has been an absolutely enthralling race, hasn't it? Julian Black Box have come out quite. They have got no. Have they got any? They have got traffic there. It's Mr. BT who has been falling freestyle down the orders now. He's on a mega. He's on a really big miserable race out there, isn't he, Mr. BT? Is that we got Cartboy who is also. And a great old battle with Nolsey and Tiger, and that's a great old battle between those 3 drivers, and we've been enjoying that. We just got on board with Mini Ramsay, who's been absolutely flying out there. Now the medium runners are starting to stalk Troy, who leads the Grand Prix still, and as Troy coming into the pits, he is staying out for the minute, Troy is, and the undercut around here is now starting to be deployed from Julian, Black Box and Sully as we go down into... as we go down into the center S as well. On board now with Danger Times. He is dropped slightly, hasn't he? Here comes Epic then. Remember, Epic felt that the win was stolen from him then in Mexico, and he takes the lead this time. He passes Troy, and Troy has dropped down into second position there. And of course, Troy is a fan favourite, isn't he, there in the comment section, but I think that he hasn't got the tools for the job at this moment. Troy hasn't, but however, he will be coming into the pits, I think, in the foreseeable future. Black Box has got past Julian here. He has indeed then, and that is a battleful position as well. This was the battleful second and third originally before they came to the pits. And Julian, oh goodness me, almost into the back of Black Box there. And hopefully on Dowish's wing there is the minute as a touch there. These wings can be quite fragile, can't they? Troy is really strong for traction there, isn't he? As Jeff DeSlayer was saying, he should have pitted this lap then. I think he should have done as well, because he's going to lose a couple of laps there. Troy is now into the pits as well. And Sirius versus Ramsay and Sam, that should slow down. Imagine a season in here. Mediums is now the favourite tyre. KD is saying indeed it is then. As I'm just carrying on with I've missed an almighty amount of comments on whilst I was doing my Andenge piece, and there he is. Andenge is there. Andenge's final race will be in 2 weeks' time in Abu Dhabi. Then it's going to be a bit. It's going to be sad to see Andenge going, is it? But of course, I hope it is. As I said, I hope it's not a Mika Hakkinen sabbatical where it turns in forever. I hope it is just a couple of months to get himself sorted. Look at this, and Troy has lost track position here. How crucial is this going to be? But he has 2 lap younger tyres than the drivers around him here. He's out in front of Mr. BT, but that is going to, I think that could be crucial in this race. And lovely shot here from the helicam. It's Crazy Bill is now all on the back of Tigers. They have had an almighty scrap here. Absolutely incredible stuff, Ben. Kaiser's thrown. Kaiser's coming with the sarcasm there. Absolutely love it. Lovely stuff indeed. That is indeed that with the cheers. Jeff, oh, Crazy Bill went to the back of Tiger there. Goodness me, just giving him a good old, just giving him a good old shove there. It's asking Tiger to perhaps get on with it. And we're on lap 17. We hadn't even asked this. Goodness me, we're coming to ask this is now in this race. Good gosh, Epic leads there from Danger Times second. Mini Ramsay in third position. He is the only driver apart from Knowles staying out on the soft tyres thus far. I feel that 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 is pushing the envelope there, I think, on the soft tires. Like, Crazy Bill has got past Tiger and Moon and South position. Knowles is doing a great job on the soft tires, I haven't said that. And Julian is back past the black box and moving south into the top 10 as well then. Oh my golly gosh then. As so then Troy is race engineer now. I think that KD, we're all Troy as race engineers. DJ Rice. Look at this, as Crazy Bill is a retake, as lost out here to Tiger, who's on the outside. I must say that I remember having so many incidents, calling so many incidents around turn 5 and 6 here in the Brazilian Grand Prix, and this season in Hyperdrive has been magnificent. I can't remember, like, well, in the greatest option, I can't remember many incidents around there at all. Of course, that may be my famous last words, but I think the driving in. Oh, Crazy Bill going into the back of the McLaren again there, pushing him out wide there, and Tygo is going to have to go a bit defensive here as he down to Magulio. Mini Ramsdale is now 4 seconds away, and Sam Gamer, who's come through the field quite nicely indeed, is now right up into 4th position on the back of his teammate Mini Ramsdale as well. He's doing a great job out there. And is that Aston Martin? It's Knowles coming in the pits. I think the Knowles and Troy maybe on the same wavelength here then. Crazy Bill is now back in 7th position there with Tiger down to 8th position, Julian in 9th, and this is and Mr. BT as is he coming to the pits to retire here? I'm not too sure. I don't want to dob him in there or snitch him out then, but where is he? He's coming to the pits and retired, hasn't he? I think he has. I don't quote me. Oh no, what goodness me! And look at this, and it's going through, and Crazy Bill is trying to bully Tygo out of that position, but Tygo's having none of it there, is he? Goodness me. And now then, as we go, it's the McLaren on the stiff on the inside as well. Oh my golly gosh then. Unfortunately, yeah, we've had 3 pits and quits here tonight, and I think that is the case, because that Mercedes is parked there, and Mr. BT out of the race, so that is a shame there, really. You do get minus points there for yourself and for the constructors as well, which also includes the joint constructors. So into the pits comes Epic the Animal. Goodness me, Epic is coming into the pits, and we're just and that's the first of the medium runner into the pits, and he is really going to be stretching those soft tires towards the end of the race, I would hazard to guess. But Mini Ramsdale has done a great job on those soft tires, hasn't he? He is in 3rd position, doing an absolutely stupendous job. And look at these guys! Oh my goodness me, they've made contact there, and now Crazy Bill is now up the inside. Then no, listen, it's Julian up the inside, but they're going to go wide then as well. So that's a Williams scamper across the red-off area, and he's lost position. And now Tygo is Tygo's in 7th position as well. Mini Ramsdale and Slough is also swapped position as well. As we go down into turn 4 as well. Goodness me, that's a Haas and Black Box coming through, and we're just watching the Black Box is forced to McLaren out wide. Then we've also got the Alfa Romeo sneaking through as well here. My goodness me, they're all over me. Wow, incredible stuff indeed. And that Williams, who's that? That's Epic. That's Epic who's trying to come through as well. He's come out right in the heart of this in this battle in this fierce midfield battle. This Nolo Epic wants, so he needs a clear track, doesn't he? And that McLaren is off the circuit, and Tygo is spun off the circuit. I'm not sure he got a helping hand or not, but I think that that was probably seen that coming from quite a number of laps, didn't we? My word then. And now then, as we go into Young Cal then before going out then as well. Epic up into 8th position, Crazy Bill down into 9th as well. Golly gosh, Mini Ramsdale finally comes into the pits. I think they assure reserve, you must have to pay for your tyres. And oh my word, that is Crazy Bill coming into the pits as well. Oh my word, and that was absolutely crazy stuff there, wasn't it? And we've just seen a couple of comments, comment there that maybe Crazy Bill is coming too early. Unfortunately, Kez also heard my quote about they're all over me, which is not a very good thing to say, is it? We've got Sally up in the 6th position. I need to sit down and relax. This is absolutely incredible stuff indeed. KD, Julian, I think, has damage there, and that is not good at all, because I think that Julian was going to be involved in an absolute. He's in the pits. I think you're right. Yeah, he's coming into the pits now. That is heartbreak for Julian now, because both Williams drivers are doing a great job there. Of course, Williams are confirmed second in the Constructors' Championship. However, the Drivers' Championship is still all to play for. Danger Thomas is currently on his own at the moment there, isn't he? As he's just having a lovely Sunday drive, isn't he? Well, now, of course, I don't think the rest behind about it. Oh, my goodness me. Epic in 7th position now. Yes, I think it is a bit early for the soft tyres, but that remains to be seen then, because I'm anything but a strategical genius. But Epic, what is going to hurt Epic more, I think, now, is the fact that he's been in this very much incredible battle here. And look at this, though, with Black Box, oh my goodness me! And that was very close to the wall there, into the pit. Oh my God, that Epic got the absolute bravery there. Fantastic stuff indeed. He is in full third position now, back on the podium, and he has got a 16-17 second deficit between himself and the race leader Danger Thomas, which he should Danger Thomas will not get out in front of it at this stage of proceedings. Black Box has been forced wide there, and I don't think that he's going to be too happy with Sully on that exchange there. Troy has also put himself back into the party as well, as John McClane would say, welcome to the party, pal. Of course, if you're too young to understand that reference, then of course don't go and find it, because I'll be in trouble. On board with Sully, no we ain't, we're on board with Troy, is with Black Box and Sully just in front of us. Mona Epic is very much flying at the moment there, isn't he? Goodness gracious me. No safety cars in the mountain, Katie is saying, and Jeff said, do not jinx it. Definitely not. Then I've enjoyed this race. It's fantastic as well. I'm not sure what I want to say. Usually it's unusual. I love having safety cars and all that kind of stuff, because the safety cars really invites anarchy, doesn't it? But I'm loving this race. It's fantastic. We've lost 3 drivers, unfortunately, 3 pits and quits, unfortunately. Where did Sully come from? He's in contention for the win. Katie is saying he is indeed. Then the fast lap for Epic. Out of the pits comes Sam Gamer, who I think is also going to be involved in this battle as well. Mini Ramsdale, I think he's on a superb race, isn't he? Mini Ramsdale, it's fantastic indeed that for Ramsdale, but he's going to get out in front of his teammate. 2 Red Bulls have very much been locked together since the opening exchanges in this race, hasn't he? And there is Mini Ramsdale right behind his teammate here. I think that he may hold position then, albeit they are reserve drivers there, but I feel that they may, Mini Ramsdale may play the team game here and let Sam Gamer really now exploit those soft tyres then. Danger Thomas is the only driver not to pit them on the 15 seconds the gap is, but it's coming down quite considerably on lap 22 out of 36 in this race. And Clarkey has been lapped then. Fair play to Clarkey for keeping going. He's having a nightmare race out there. Same with Scotty as well. I can't remember what happened to Scotty. It's getting very I'm confused about the story of the race, to be fair. I'm all over the show here tonight. Goodness gracious me. Of course, then just into the pits. There comes the race leader. There he is. He's on the soft tyres now. David Thomas said he will not retain the lead then, but however, he is going to be quite quick then. 4 lap younger soft tyres here. Is he going to go out in front? He's not in front of Sully. He is not out in front of Black Box or Troy, or is he? He's going to have a tighter line then, but he's not going to be up to speed compared to these drivers here. Danger Thomas is now in the heart of this battle. Epic leads the Grand Prix by 2.1 seconds here. And what is happening here? And it's Andenge then, who is on the outside of Mini Ramsdale. Andenge is on the soft tyres then. Andenge is going to not be able to get past. He ain't got DRS there, has he, Andenge, which is quite surprising there. So he will have DRS on the next time around. Clarkey has a 3-second penalty. Unfortunately, that's the commentator's curse, because we were saying how good he was doing a minute ago, so that is such a shame. On board then, as Julian has retired from the session, and that's, oh gosh, and I think that's another pit and quit, is it? I think it is, unfortunately. That's 4. That is pretty horrific tonight, isn't it? Goodness me. I know it's very difficult to keep going. Don't get me wrong, it's absolutely oh, and look at this, the Danger Times is on the inside of Troy here. Oh my word, there, and fantastic, absolutely incredible. And now he is on the ascendancy, and here he's now chasing down Black Box. Remember, Black Box does have a penalty. We'll take a look at the penalties in a minute. Going into the center S then, yellow flag then. Andenge has moved himself up into 8th position, then down into 9th then goes Mini Ramsdale, but he's having a great job. He's doing a great job. Danger Time, oh goodness me, that's a Williams in the, oh my gosh, and I think the Black Box there, it's one thing, I think it might have been Clarkey, but I think that's one of the cars that had to take evasive action there, because yeah, you're on your wit's end when you drive these cars at peak performance, and you don't want to, as Tygo's retired from the session, he's gone right off, where is Tygo? Tygo is at the exit of Center S there, I'm not sure, I think, is he crashed there? We're going to see, now we're on board with Mr. Rage. I don't think we're going to be able to see, he's out of the race then, the Tiger is anyway then, so that's our 5th retirement in this Grand Prix, and they are starting to retire, and they're starting to drop like flies now, aren't they? We've got an almighty scrap of the midfield. Well, I say it's the midfield, it's basically from 2nd all the way down into 7th, 8th, or 9th at the moment, and there's Danger Times on the outside, passing Sully, moving himself up into 2nd position there. Sully has the medium tyres, and if the soft tyre starts to drop off towards the end, then Sully's coming in the box seats, as is Black Box and Troy as well. Soft in a superb 6th position there with a Gamer on the ascendancy, and Edge is flying as well. Crazy Bill is a couple of seconds back from Mini Ramsdale. Knowlesy is on the cusp of the points here. Good stuff indeed there for Knowlesy. Just hanging back and just watching the anarchy flow. and just just on board with Sam. By the way, lovely helmet design, but that's fantastic. I'm loving that red and white helmet. Goodness me, beautiful stuff indeed. That reminds you of a very much a reminds you of it's a beautiful. I can't remember who it reminds you of now though, but never mind. We're at lap 25 out of 36 here. Oh, my word, then. Epic leads the way by 2.5 seconds from Danger Times, who's hunting him down. Epic has had one Grand Prix win this season. He probably should have had 2 or 3, in my opinion. He has been very unlucky. And who's that in front? Black Box there, fighting with the back end there. Goodness me, looked like he was driving a shopping trolley there coming out of Young Cow. But a good job he's got enough speed at the moment there. Black Box outside, medium shot. Troy there, right on this case as well as we come into the twilight of this Grand Prix and also the twilight of the season as well there. I hope you all enjoyed Hyperdrive this season. Rubens Barry Kello, thank you very much, Sarah Smasher. I'm glad someone's on my wavelength. Sloth has lost out then to Sam Gamer is now moving himself up into 6th position, but Sloth is having another battle. He's coming back out of that. Going down. Troy is having a 4th position there, and the Troy fan club is going to be absolutely hugging me up by the laces of my shoes because I've missed another Troy overtake. I apologise profusely, but Troy is up into 4th position there. No pound zero for Troy there, and look in the foreground. I see him McLaren up upon McLaren. You see him there just going through turn 8 there. There he is there in the foreground. Sully in front of us as well. Scotty, who is down in 14th position now in a miserable race there. Oh my goodness gracious me. Just watching Troy in that 4th position. Now Sam is going to try and get past Sloth again. Sloth is now trying to put pressure on Black Box. Remember, Black Box is on medium tires. Sloth and Sam Gamer and Dent are all on soft tires here, so they have the pace advantage. They need to make the pace advantage work. Like Danger Times is going to win this. The gap is down to 1.5 seconds. Danger Times has had 6 Grand Prix wins this season and going for a 7th Grand Prix win this season here tonight. If he can get it, Epic going for a 2nd Grand Prix win this season, who's on a very strong performance. Epic is, isn't he? And as we've already mentioned, it's been a very difficult season for Epic, but he's still in 3rd position in the championship, so it can't have been too bad. This race has been absolute anarchy from lights to flag so far, hasn't it? Here are the penalty situation about, and Crazy Bill has 9 seconds of penalties, which is going to really hurt him, I think, and that's going to cost him points. Mini Ramside, that may cost him points as well, because Cartboy is not too far off. Doing a great job, Cartboy is there. So Mini Ramside is struggling to stay in the points at the moment. 3 seconds for Sam, 3 seconds for Black Box as well. And Sloth at the moment, well, he's got 2 Haas in front of him now. He's got a lapped Haas, a Clarkey, and then we've got Black Box in 5th position there. So I think Sloth would like to get past the Black Box quite quickly here, so that he can now march at the back of Troy as well, because Troy, he's only 6 tenths of a second in front of Black Box. Troy is there. I thought he was a bit further on than that. Danger Times is less than a second behind Epic. He's had an absolute flyer, hasn't he? And Danger Times has. In the last couple of laps or so, he has just been absolutely eaten into Epic's lead, and here is the front 2 of Epic and Danger Times going hammer and tongs, and the top 2 in the championship in this race anyway, as Blaze is not racing here tonight. And as it stands there, I think that Epic will be in front of Blaze then going into the final race of the season then. And there is Danger Times and KD. He's dangerous in DRS range. He is indeed there. Troy, Black Box, Sloth and Sam are, oh goodness gracious me. This gang of cars just hasn't been separated all the way through the race. I've absolutely loved that, but it's been fantastic, hasn't it? 15 cars remain out of the 20 that started. We lost 4 drivers who, unfortunately, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They basically called it a day by pissing and quitting, unfortunately. So we have also lost Tiger. I think Tiger crashed at the Center S, unfortunately. There's Slayer that Epic and Danger made clash then, and it will be Troy who wins the race. But we're not too sure about that, because Troy's got Sully to also navigate as well as we go down into turn 1. Sloth is all over the back of Black Box. Here he is, and I think he's too far back at the moment. He is too far back. Down into the center S then, keeping on the gap between Epic and Danger Times. It's still 6 tenths of a second at the moment. It's still 6 tenths of a second at the moment. It's down to 5-10 seconds. Sloth is all over the back of Black Box, but Black Box had a great run out of turn 3 and has kept his position down into turn 4. But he has gone white there, and that's going to entice Sloth up, and there's no way through here. It's a very narrow piece of racetrack, especially for these modern Formula 1 cars. Are about 2 meters long these days, aren't they? Or are they 1.8? I'm not too sure. I do struggle with measuring things, and I try and make things bigger than what they actually are. Epic there, who is now 4/10 of a second in front of Danger Times, and there he is there, and Sloth is a 10th of a second back. I don't know what to watch, to be honest. Oh, goodness gracious me. Now into Young Cow as well before accelerating away, and now going up the hill. I think the Danger Times there can smell victory there. He can smell the exhaust fumes from that Williams car, can he? And here he comes at it. He's down good off the arse. I think he's too far back, isn't he? He's going to have an almighty lunge from there. He might have, but he's positioned himself very nicely into turn 4 down the back straight then. And just on board once again now. Danger Times. And I've just seen the comment there. Jake Sarandon needs disqualifying. Someone else race for him with no penalties there. So Black Box has got a 6-second penalty. Julian has left the session, unfortunately, out of the Grand Prix earlier on in this race. And just watching Sam Gamer, who I think was just lapping Clark. He was indeed that. Sloth is still behind Black Box over. Black Box has 6 seconds of penalties now in this race. Goodness me, 6 seconds of penalty in this race as he was getting very close to the back end then. Very close to the back end then. So Kez is saying he's not sure how drivers get 6-second penalties. He only had one warning last night. He only had one warning last night. To be fair, I think I got 3 seconds of penalties. No, I think I got 16 seconds worth of penalties, didn't I, in Division 2 around here? So I took a naughty shortcut then between turn 7 and 11. But that's my excuse anyway. But I did have a 3-second penalty as well. I'm not very good at the old penalties, so I get very frustrated very easily. Here's Danger Times, and now he's on the outside, and he takes the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Epic there has no defence, however, he may have a chance at going down into turn 4. Oh my goodness me, it's a double overtake there, and Black Box has had to take a base of action there. My goodness me, that was a lunge and a half, was there, taking 2 drivers there. My goodness me, wow. Well, that was incredible then. Was he enticed by that then? Was he entitled to that going down to someone? I'm not sure, but it's very spectacular, wasn't it? Goodness me. I would have done it there, but I'm not a brave racing driver there because I can't control the car very well. Fantastic anyway, my goodness me. I love that, that's fantastic. I'm not sure if Black's box loved it because he had to turn up, didn't he, into turn 1. My word there. Very much slicking the stamp and sending it in tenfold there. Goodness me. That was not a letter. I think he was sending an absolute parcel through there. Fantastic stuff indeed there. As a Daytime was a bit aggressive there. As a bit cojones, as Sarah's Rush would say as well. Scuba Stew, Sean, 3.7 metres long, 2 metres, 1.8 to 2 metres wide. Thank you very much, Scooby Stew. I think Black Box just got punted, Menace Max is saying that. And as we're going down into turn 1, I don't think Black Box is going to be too fond of that manoeuvre, is he? As Black Box has, Black Box out of the race as well, unfortunately. And I think he's very frustrated with what occurred there down into turn 1. And he is out of the Grand Prix as well. And I think he's also pitted and quitted, unfortunately. To be fair, it was a bit robust. Oh my gosh! And Sam made me jump now. It's that Red Bull's almost in my face. And Troy, goodness me. And I'm not, if it made me jump, I'm not sure what Troy thought about that. Goodness gracious me. So that was very close to the back of the fuse there. Troy, oh my word there. Lap 32 out of 36 here. Dayton Thomas is now out of DRS range. Yellow flag out there. And I must say that the lack of retirements in terms of in terms of the retirements and in the instance out there have been no. I think you've only had Tiger retiring then from a center S incident. Apart from that, these drivers have been absolutely fantastic in terms of getting the cars going, or well, in terms of not crashing. But however, it's a shame about the lot of DNFs here tonight in terms of just calling it a day. Yes, it's very frustrating. I do understand that. To be fair, I can't say much, can I? But there you go. Do as I say, not as I do. Sam all over the back of if Sam Gamer again then get in a very, very squirrely here. No safety cars, Ricky, relax. Prepare for epic rage. Prepare for epic rage. Look at Troy, it's on the outside of this. That was a very late maneuver for Troy. And look at this, and on the outside is Sam Gamer trying to, goodness gracious me, look at these cars head all over the back of each other. Sam Gamer's looking this way and that way, but Troy would not be deterred, will he? He's very narrow on this part of the circuit. He's going for it. He's out of luck. And Troy now is going to hang on the outside. He does hang on the outside. And Sam Gamer having a scroll up, but he's caught it. He's on the outside now, and he's on the inside there, Sam Gamer. He's not shy. He's in the Red Bull driver. Oh, magnificent. Absolutely incredible stuff there. Sloth is on the outside as well, but he's going to think better off it. As I've got to say, Sam Gamer is anything but shy, isn't he? My goodness gracious me. He does have a 3-second penalty. However, that is the amount of time that he's lost there. Sully is on the cusp of the podium, and I think that Sully, has he been on the podium this season? I think he's been on the podium once, hasn't he? He has indeed there, Sully has there. And that overtake that was really put Troy on the back foot here, because Sloth is having to look down the inside there. But no dice going out into the centre S there. 3 laps remaining in this Brazilian Grand Prix. 2 seconds gap is now between himself and Danger Thomas and Epic there. That is the gap then. Sully in third position, and here comes Sloth down the inside, takes Troy up into 5th position, and the job is a good one. Here comes Sam now all over the back of Sully. Sully doing a great job on those medium tires. Fantastic stuff indeed then, as just watching them which is what is that? Knowles has got past it. Crazy Bill, where's Crazy Bill? Crazy Bill, who's what's happened then? Crazy Bill's recovering, and he's dropped down in some positions. He's got damage there. He's struggling. Is there a problem? There's a problem there for Crazy Bill, isn't there? Which is probably it's probably the most obvious thing I've said all through the race today. But he's struggling for steering there, wasn't he? I think he's picked up the pace now. But Cardboy is on the cusp of points then. So good stuff indeed there. Sam now getting a bit squirrely there out of young Cal there, and we're on the second to last lap race here in Brazil. Remember, next week we do have a. We do have a break, but I think the I think the realistic league is the only race on next season, which is tomorrow night. I've forgotten where it is. This is why I can't have a random calendar, you see, because I can't remember what this. That's all the other. Just on board with Sam. Then he's in range, isn't he? Sam is not shy, is he? And having a sniff there, but so they're just about keeping himself at arm's length from Sam Gamer at the moment. So yeah, that's the only race next week. And so we have a week off. And however. Keep an eye out for the announcements there, as Cartboy is gone, as Crazy Bill's into the pits there. And I'm going to be very disillusioned by that Crazy Bill, who's been fighting in the points for most of the season, most of the race there. But keep an eye on the announcements there, because the awards are about to start next week then, of course. So you've got to vote for each category as well. Then Wilson's going to throw out the announcements then over the next couple of days then. You vote then. Oh no, and Andanger's off the circuit, and he's dropped down into 8th position. Oh my goodness me, and that is such a shame there for Amden. Really hard, but that's heartbreaking, isn't it? Here comes Sam Gamer now up into 3rd position. Sully down 4th, but he's not going to be too concerned about that because it's the last lap. The only thing I do have a problem with Sully tonight is that D4. How would it is? Apart from that, he's been absolutely perfection, hasn't he, in that Alfa Romeo? Really well done indeed, and he is up for driver of the day as well. For driver today as well. Sully's got 3 votes, Dame Tom 0, and Sam Gamer 0 as well at this moment in time. Just look. Oh, Danger Times is off the circuit there. I think that's a bit of. I think Danger Times lost a bit of concentration there, didn't he, the race leader? But he's all got it in the palm of his hands here tonight. Really well done indeed there for Danger Times. An absolutely incredible performance there from the world champion. Just to remind, realistic is next week, and it is in Hungary, is Jake the Slayer confirmed. Thank you very much. Get a calendar with driver helmets on. Bet you will remember then. And Serious Russian was saying. Out to the final turn then for Danger Times. Yellow flag, as we'll take a look at that a bit later on then, but it's Danger Times going for his 7th win of the season, and he does indeed. He wins it then as a bit of a 3-point turn on the finish line there. Danger Times wins his 7th race of the season. He wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. Wow, what an absolutely brilliant drive today. Epic the Animal finished second day with Sully. Driver of the day performance in 3rd position there. Great stuff indeed then. And oh gosh, what happened there? There's a Mini Ramsey. I was going to finish in a very superb 7th position there. Nosey, great drive indeed in 8th position there. Great stuff indeed there. Andedge, heartbreaking for Andedge, and he's also crawling across the line as well in 9th position. Cardboy doing a great job in 10th position there. And Crazy Bill trying to get that fastest up, I think, then, because it's currently Clark who's just stolen it right in the end then. Sully driver of the day, 4 votes to 1 at the moment between himself and Danger Times. Had magnificent stuff indeed there. Great stuff for Danger Times and Epic. And GGO from Mini Ramsey as well, albeit Danger Times has his wheels wheels off the wagon there at the moment. And Sloth has to be refrained from using foul language there. So, oh dear, oh dear. Of course, profanity in the chat is not allowed. There is a sunny draw today. I think that we both, the game and you guys agree with that, because that was absolutely fantastic stuff indeed there. Great stuff from Danger Times and Epics. I've already read that one. My strategy wasn't the best, Mini Ramsell said, but good performance nonetheless there for Ramsell. That is Danger Times' 7th race win of his season, which really impressive stuff indeed there. It's been a season, it's been a season to remember for Danger Times, hasn't it? Epic, that great drive from Epic today, and that is his 6th podium of the season, is it not? It is indeed there. And Sully, I think that's Sully's 2nd podium position as well, and that's also I think he was also voted for driver today as well, which is his 2nd driver today as well. Lovely stuff indeed. Right then, let's take a final look at the classification. I thought I pressed X and that was not good. For the Brazilian Grand Prix, Danger Times, great drive there. His 7th race win of the season. Epic finished 2nd day, his 6th podium of the season. Sully, driver of the day, well done indeed. From 15th to 3rd, that was absolutely spot on for Sully. And my goodness me, he made us jump when he wondered where he came from. Troy in 4th position, Sam Gamer in 5th, Sloth in 6th, Mini Ramsell 7th, great drive. Knowlesy, brilliant drive in 8th position, and Danger in 9th position. Carboy, great drive in 10th. Crazy Bill in 11th, Mr. Rage 12th, Clark in 13th on fastest lap. Retirements for Scotty, Black Box, Tygo, Julian, Mr. BT, Chorcher, and Milan then. Or retire. I'm not sure, did Scotty retire as well? Possibly. But whatever the case may be then, he was down in 14th position. Whoa, I just lost my phone. Sully, what a drive today. Magnificent stuff indeed. He was 15th on the grid, but my goodness me, you came out of nowhere towards the end then when it was getting very much anarchy. I think you started on the soft tyres, went on to medium tyres there. Talk us about that then. It seems like your outlaps was absolutely supreme.
Cheers. It was kind of an alright race. Like I thought I'd have a good pace around there. Now I made a mess of quali, which didn't help. So I started on the softs, and I got stuck in there was a bit of questionable driving going on, to be honest, but I managed to get through it, and I said I'd go for the undercut, and yeah, from there I was just trying to hold ahead. I was on about 2 warnings, so I knew Epic and Danger Times were gone on the softs, so 3rd was the best I could do, so happy enough.
Very, very well done indeed. Yeah, we was all, I must say, we was all like chatting all the way as we go. And then all of a sudden, you just came into the screen. Absolutely magnificent stuff, Ben. Because I think we all said, where did Sully come from? You very much went under the radar. Is this your best performance of the season from your point of view today? I know you had another podium in Spain, and that was pretty impressive as well. But do you feel this is your best performance of the season?
Probably, yeah. It's been a few weeks since I raced. Like I hadn't done too much practice. Like ideally, if it was dry, I think I'd have been fighting for pole and quali, but not happy enough. Like the race went well, so that's all I could ask for, starting for P15. So yeah, I'll take it.
Very, very good stuff indeed. And talk about next season as well from your point of view. How are you feeling going into next season? And what's your aspirations then? I can't remember where you're on the championship. I think you're 8th or 9th in the championship. But what are you thinking about going into next season then? Do you think what is your weakness that you need to work on, and what are your strengths then that the drivers need to watch out for?
Is this the last race of the season?
Oh no, next one is there. But
okay,
just in case
sorry,
I've got
I lost track. I don't really have, like, I'm caught for working most Sundays, to be honest. That's why I don't think I've raced in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So same as today, like if I can turn up and have a good enough race, I'd be happy enough with that. The championship isn't too much of a priority. I don't really care about that, to be honest.
Well, good stuff indeed there, Sully. But brilliant drive today, absolutely fantastic. I think that you was driver of the day as well, which I'm not going to argue about that at all. So really well done indeed. Epic, you got second today. Then it was a great fight between yourself and Danger Times. You did come in the pits quite early on for those soft tyres. Then talk us about your strategy.
Yeah, so GG's Danger Times. I was an idiot, and I assumed there was going to be a safety car like all the other races, so I underfueled a lap. So I had to do some fuel saving in the second stint, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, my idea was to pit originally on lap 19 off the mediums and then go to the softs till the end. But with Danger Times right behind me, I was thinking that maybe he would try to undercut me or something. I wasn't expecting him to go so long, so that's why I pit that, what was it, lap 18 I pit. And then I was able to get through that big group. I thought I was going to come out right ahead of it, and I didn't, but I was able to get through that group very quickly. So I was still feeling really good, but yeah, just Dumb on me. I shouldn't have assumed there was going to be a safety car. I shouldn't have underfueled that one lap. And then, yeah, once I was trying to save as much fuel as possible until Danger Times got the second. But then, even after driving a couple laps, I knew that I was far from being able to make it on fuel. So I just had to kind of. It really hurt to give it up, but I had to do it to at least secure a second. And, it just felt good to have a nice, clean race. And at least this time, it's myself to blame. So, I can learn from this and move forward and just hopefully have more good races.
Sod's law, isn't it? Where where you expect a safety car, it don't happen. I think I was saying it. I was saying it all week.
That's my fault, at least. That's my fault, at least. So I'd much rather lose because I did something. You know what I mean? At least then I can learn from it.
And of course, when you did come out of that gaggle of cars, you did an absolutely stupendous performance of coming through those gaggle of cars. But did your heart sink a bit though when you came out beyond those gaggle of cars? Did you? And how did you manage that in your head by like trying to not to overdo it and keep going for lunges? How do you manage that as a top line driver?
Honestly, I knew there was a group of cars, but I didn't realize it looked like lap 1 back there. So when I came out of the pits, I was like, what the bleep is this bleep? Like, like, are these cars on the lead lap? What the hell's going on here? But yeah, luckily they fought me not near as hard as I was expecting. Like, usually over the course of the season, even if it was a situation like that where you come out of the pits and it's just 1 or 2 cars, they still seem to fight you really hard. But honestly, it probably looked like I was driving super good, but really they were more or less not fighting me and let me go, so I kind of benefited from them playing the long game there, to be honest. But yeah, my heart sank a little bit, but I was still very confident in my pace and stuff, and like I said, I was confident there would be a safety car, but, didn't happen today.
No, it just shows how much I know as well, because I put my house on that there's going to be a safety car. And of course, and one more thing as well. Then going into next season, we have mentioned like about how it's been so difficult for you this season in terms of the amount of safety cars that has really ruined your race, and then other things that have just not gone your way. Next season, then, what are you going to be aiming for the championship? Then, because you're going to be aiming for the championship going into the 2022 season on the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I'm capable of doing it. I'm not saying that it will become easy or anything like that, but, I am capable of winning the championship, and at the end of the day, I'll be happy as long as I know that it was a championship I got to actually fight for, because it wasn't just this league where I had a season like this. I actually had another league that was even worse, where in 7 races, a safety car came out on my outlap, which is miserable. So, honestly, going into next year's game, I'm feeling good. Because I've played so many different variety of games competitively in my life, I feel like Oops, my mic went off. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, don't worry.
I feel like I adjust well to new games when they come out, and I'm hoping that the game is just honestly more difficult to drive. When this game came out, the first version of the game that was a little bit harder to drive, I was performing better in races. There was more of a skill gap, and just in terms of pace compared to my competition, I was performing a lot better on time trial leaderboards and such. So I'm hoping that the same thing happens in next year's games, where it's just the harder the game is, the more I feel like maybe I can benefit, because the skill gap helps spread things out, not have DRS trains. But I'm feeling confident. The goal is the championship or bust, to be honest, but we'll see what happens.
That's what I like to hear. Fantastic stuff indeed. Congratulations to Sully. Congratulations to David Jones. Congratulations to Epic as well. Brilliant stuff indeed. We had a very good race tonight. Absolutely fantastic. Remember that we got a week off next week, but there is the Realistic League on Monday, and we are in Hungary, I think, as Sarah's told me already, but I've forgotten. But it is Hungary next week, I think it is in Realistic. There's no other hyperdrive action going on. There are the awards, though, so keep an eye out for that. Wilson's going to be announcing them every morning then, and you get your votes in for each division there, so keep an eye on that. Not next week, the week after, it's Abu Dhabi. Division 3 is up for grabs, and Division 6 is also up for grabs as well. 6 drivers from each of the divisions can still win the World Championships. And Division 3, we've got KD, we've got Cowie, and we've got Gamer. And in Division 6, we have Bob, we have J-Dog, and we have, Dynamo Dan then, all going for those titles. And we'll see you in 2 weeks' time then. But apart from tomorrow, of course, good night.